everybody, welcome in to the final episode, episode 6 of Hunt to Killer Mallory Rock. As always, I am joined by my absolutely amazing and ever so lovely wife, Red Panda, aka Mrs. Strange. So I hope you guys have had some fun with Mallory Rock. I know we have. We're excited for episode 6. Very excited. What, 6 months that we've been working on this case, and it all comes down to this. This is what it's going to come down to figure out who killed Beth Ferris Hendricks. So yeah, what have you thought of Mallory Rock from so far up to this case?
I've really enjoyed like all the history and all the extra little characters in this one. There's a lot more people in it than the previous season. It's been a lot of fun going through all the backstories and connecting all the little dots of all the families.
No, I absolutely agree. I know, like, for me, like, I'm more like objective focused. So for me, a lot of times it's like I just want to try to find the objective, find the clues, solve the puzzles. For you, it's been much more like Easter eggs and hunting for every little like connection and the emails and everything that's been in between all of the episodes. Which for those of you that don't know, that's all up in the Discord. So there's the Discord link right there if you're hanging out in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, the Discord link will be in the description down below. Feel free to join in on the Discord. There's a Hunt to Killer channel and a Hunt to Killer specific label for yourself as well, so that you can stay up to date at all times for any time we do anything Hunt to Killer. But yeah, otherwise though, I think it's been a fantastic season of Mallory Rock. So I'm excited to kind of dive into it. But we are doing well, Rec Rod. I appreciate you for hanging out and coming in and joining us on our final episode to solve this case. And with that, I think what we're going to do is start getting into it. Let me pull up the summary. So for those of you that are coming in, maybe, it's been a month, right? So sometimes, we've had a lot of stuff happen. A couple holidays happened in between the, last episode and our current episode, right? All right, so we've got, so our recap is that still shaken by the mysterious voicemail, Gwen finds a small message bottle on her car windshield with a note inside. She's sure it's from the killer. She tracks down the unknown number and discovers the call came from Anchor Management, a company involved with the bridge collapse Beth was investigating. Gwen is sure Jordan has something to do with Anchor Management, but isn't sure how to prove it. Although Jordan remains a suspect, Beth's husband Joey is in the clear. With 3 suspects left and threats continuing to mount against her, Gwen is ready to name the killer. So our objective for this episode is going to be to identify who killed Beth Ferris Hendricks. Which we figured that from the beginning of that when we were going to get into this episode. So if we remember right from last episode, we actually called the number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got to call the number, listen to the message that was on the cell phone, or that was at that number that we called. So that was fantastic. So that's what we got to look forward to this one. So we're gonna have some audio files, I believe, that we're gonna listen to. Sorry if I sound a little every once in a while a little stuffed up. I've been battling a cold a little bit, so but yeah. So should you want to start with unboxing? Let's start with the unboxing and see what came in the box.
I get to go through this with you guys because I have no idea.
Every episode, I take the box. I'm the one that scans everything in. I'm the one that pulls it all. She doesn't get to see it until now.
Because he knows there's no way I would wait.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I absolutely know she wouldn't wait. She would absolutely start diving into it right away. As soon as she would open the package, she would start diving into it.
First off, we have a coin. Got some like Medusa head snake stuff going on. And another rock fancy.
Yeah. So we've got let's see. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better there. And yeah, it looks like some kind of like Medusa looking thing.
Interesting how the sword's going into
Let's try to get it straight. There we go.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, it looks like some kind of Medusa with a sword at her neck. Actually, is what it looks like.
Very intrigued by this. It
Yeah.
looks like a mermaid.
All right, so we've got some kind of mermaid.
She's pretty cool, but like if you get really close in on the face, it's a little bit creepy. Like there's just enough vagueness in the features, right? It's a little creepy.
Yeah. Maybe designed to be an ornament or something.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. We got a birthday card from Beth, it looks like. So, birthday card from Beth. Don't want to cheat and read too much into it. A photo of Jordan.
Okay.
Looking all schmancy. And then it looks like this is a photo of Martin. But I don't recognize that person, so it's either Jody or someone else. Because we never really saw a photo of Jody.
Yeah, no, so that's, I think it was labeled on the inventory sheet as a photo of Martin and Jody.
They finally give me a photo of her. Finally, after 5 freaking episodes and making a nobody photo for her. That's about right. And then we have Gwen's opening letter, of course, which we'll probably start with in a minute. More good fences, because gosh, that is so much fun.
I'll tell you what, I mean, those good fences have been like absolutely, you know, fun to read, and all of the like drama on it. They're and so spilling the tea. Yeah,
I love it. Or Honey, like Eddie Blue and all his friends making all those yacht jokes.
Oh yeah, all the dad jokes. Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we have some fun code to break. That definitely is not English, at least not anything I speak.
So that's this is a photocopy here, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yep,
I didn't realize
sorry about that. That's the photocopy. But yeah, so this is a map. It's not gonna be able to show up on that. Yeah. I tried reaching out to Hunt a Killer to get a copy of it digitally. Unfortunately, they are slammed right now from all the holiday orders.
That's exciting.
But this is the map that we've got now. So if you've been hanging out with us for the last several episodes, then this is gonna look very familiar.
No. Oh.
So she's got to figure it out. So what this is a geological survey map of Mallory Rock. Now, yo, Sir Bane. Hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for that raid. So yeah, so this is a geological survey of Mallory Rock.
I can post it in Discord really fast if you want me to.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to take a picture of it and post it in Discord. I have a digital version of the section that really matters, which is that top portion there.
I was thinking, like, it'll be a little bit icky, but it'll be something better than nothing. So
let me get
what we're talking about here.
Yeah, quick shout out in here for Sir Payne. There we go.
Oh my gosh!
Fantastic Marvel streamer right there is Sir Bane. So, and also absolutely loves Pokemon. So, make sure you go check Sir Bane out as well. So this is gonna be interesting. So those of you that are coming in, we are on episode 6 of Hunt a Killer Mallory Rock. My name is Strange Tangents. I am joined by my lovely wife, Red Panda, aka Mrs. Strange. Exquisite, welcome in. So this is 6 months of work, right? So once a month, we have been getting these mystery boxes showing up at our door. And it comes with all kinds of evidence and comes with correspondence and all kinds of things with it. So, that's what we get to do. So we've been diving into a murder mystery. We were contacted by Gwen and her sister Beth Ferris Hendricks. She was convinced, and at this point, we've been able to prove that her sister was murdered. Now this episode is the final episode where we actually get to take all of our previous episodes and all of our previous work, and we get to find out who killed Beth. Yes. Like we're gonna bring this down and find the evidence and be able to solve this mystery.
I got it in there. It's a little rough, guys, but I did get the map into Discord.
Okay.
So you guys
can
follow along a bit and see the colors with us.
So there you go. So there is the link to the Discord if you would like to follow along with some of the material that we've got, and kind of go from there. But yeah. So it's a good time. There's some ciphers with this one we'll need some help solving some ciphers. So I'm gonna actually upload
Which these are gonna be the hardest. They always get
what the dog doing?
Oh yeah, these ciphers absolutely have that. Yeah.
They've been tougher and tougher this season. We've been really enjoying it. They've been really stretching our abilities.
Yeah. So right, there won't be a dog cam on this stream just because I have to use that camera to show you guys all of the fun stuff that we got in the package. So, but the dog is running around somewhere. Actually, she's right back here behind us.
She's usually not far.
Yeah.
She's very loyal.
Oh yeah, no, she is absolutely very loyal.
In the shadow.
Right, we got more ciphers. So let me pull open the Discord real quick, okay? And I'm going to drop these files into the Discord, okay?
I'm going to look up that description of the word karst again, because that is obviously written all over that map.
Yeah.
That's a word I'm going to have to remember to explain.
Yeah. So Ben, I hope the rest of your stream went fantastic. I hope it went well. And again, welcome in everybody that came in.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember where I'm at. Okay. My mind went on a tangent for a minute.
Shocked I am.
Right,
shocked
yeah. So I gotta select all these here. Okay. I just did a dump of 8 files for you all to be able to check out in the Discord. Those are the files that you're going to be seeing. You can follow along with the stream. You can open them up yourself, check them out, try to solve and dig into the mystery of it. You will also be able to follow along on the screen as well. So once I switch over here to live, we'll be able to see and go over that. So I think we're going to start with Gwen's letter. So, yes, thank you again, Rec. I really do appreciate it. And Exquisite says hi as well.
Hi. Okay, we going for it?
Yep, go ahead. So if you're seeing me look this way, my main monitors are over here that I'm using to be able to show everything to you all. So, all right, there you go. Yeah, so if you want to kick us off with Gwen's letter.
All right, let's do it. Final episode. Right. Detective, somebody broke into my house last night. I got home to find the front door wide open. They didn't take anything, but we've got to get this figured out before it's too late. Of all the people we've been looking into, there's only 3 left who could have murdered my sister. Martin, Jody, and Jordan.
Okay, so we got Martin, Jody, and Jordan left.
So Martin and Jody are spouses, and they
are
so
the
father-in-law of Gwen,
that's
Gwen
them.
of Beth.
Yeah, so that's Martin and Jody. And then you said we had Jordan left as well. So that's a picture of Jordan there.
So 3 people are trying to see who's guilty and who's innocent.
Yeah.
I must have made them nervous when I talked to them. They didn't know I was recording. The audio files were on the desktop. While I was visiting Martin, I grabbed something from his private study that I think might have something to do with the navigators. I took a quick cell phone pic too, while he wasn't in the room. Those old men love their stupid souvenirs. So take a look at the coin and let me know if it means anything.
Okay, so the coin came from...
Yeah. It came from
that
Martin.
coin came from Martin's study? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. So it has something to do with the Navigators Club.
That doesn't surprise me much because there's definitely what looks like either a Latin or some kind of a word on it that looks Latin to me. So.
Possibly a year, actually.
You think so? Mm-hmm. It's okay. So I thought it was
it might be Roman numerals. VICI. I can't remember what C is though. Um. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
not
think.
sure. We'll have
Does
to.
anybody remember for Roman numerals what C
Actually,
is?
hold on. Oh yeah, that is an I. It looked blurry for a second.
Oh wait, it's not Roman numerals.
I think it's a
Gamer
word.
Geek says it's not Roman
What
numerals.
does VICI
Do you know
mean?
what? Do you know what VICI would be?
Oh, that's right. It's the whole Vidi Vici or whatever. It's like that
Huh?
whole like there's like a I've heard it before. Here you go. Veni
Oh,
Vidi
Vidi
Vici.
Vidi Vici was okay.
Yeah.
So Gamer Geek said it was a famous phrase of Caesar.
I knew I'd
So
heard
there
it,
you
but I had
go.
absolutely no idea how to pronounce it,
Um,
obviously.
oh, I just
So I
realized that those
came, I saw, and I conquered.
Let me try something here with this chat box. I apologize.
Ooh, I conquered. They did technically kind of conquer Mallory Rock, right? They're the ones that claimed
For
it for
some reason, the
themselves.
chat box is not very easy to see, so we're gonna try putting it up here.
That's weird.
There we go. I want to make sure people can see the messages later on when we put it up on YouTube. So,
Any better?
well, yeah, we'll see here, but
All right, so
all right.
that's the point for now. We'll keep going for now.
Yeah.
I tend to go off on tangents myself. All right. I printed out some photos from social media to give you a better idea of who we're dealing with. Don't be fooled by their smiling faces.
Okay, so that's those.
One of them is our killer. I can't stop imagining each of them on the vanishing beach, dragging Beth's limp body into the surf. It's like a movie that keeps playing in my head. Well, that's just really sad and depressing, actually.
Right?
A little bit. But no matter how much I think about it, I still don't know which one of them could have killed Beth. Martin, Jody, and Jordan all seem to be mixed up in the bridge accident, although I can't figure out the details. They all had some connection to anchor management, whether it was through administrative stuff like Jody and Martin or cashing in like Jordan. And none of them have a solid alibi, that's for sure.
Right?
We have to find out because the thought of Ruby living with her mother's killer terrifies me. She's really struggling, and I wonder if there's a part of her that knows something's wrong. The other day, our town manager, Amandine, contacted me. She teaches English at Mallory Rock High and sent me a paper Ruby left behind in her classroom. I guess Amandine knows something's off with the Hendrixes, or she would have sent it to them. It's a take-home quiz from another class, and it's got a weird poem or something written on it. I'd get her out of that house this minute if I could.
Okay.
Just sad. It's gonna be hard to be so hopeless.
So that was I think that was in the drive, right? So yeah.
It didn't say specifically, but that's my suspicion.
Okay, yeah. I think it's in the drive. I have the image of that as well. That's in the Discord as well.
Yeah, because it doesn't specify, but yeah, it's my assumption. I've been trying to find.
Oh, Exquisite's already figured something out from this photo.
Uh-oh. Okay.
649 is the address of Anchor Management Company.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Because who figured it out an episode or two ago? The Rowan Droidad.
Yeah.
Who figured that out? I can't remember.
Exquisite, was that you that figured out that Rowan J. Droidad was
Is it an anagram? Is that the name it's called? What's it when the letters are all mixed up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because then you found on his website one of the comments against a competitor was from Rowan J. Droidad. Yep. So yeah,
so that was a giggle moment when I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so, because I knew it looked familiar that day, but I could not figure out why.
Right.
It's because it was such a subtle thing thrown in with everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, where were we at? I've been trying to find anything else that could help, even if it's small. I was going through some old emails and I found a Good Fences newsletter with the top posts from the month Beth died. So the first or second box somewhere in there, we got the day Beth died. We got all the Good Fence posts. But now I guess we're going to get the highlights of the month.
Okay.
Ooh, cool. Let's see. I don't remember seeing some of them in the stuff Leah sent me a while back. So I printed them out for you. Maybe there's something in there that can help us. There's also one piece of good news, which is that I finally figured out what the letter GE means in Beth's planner. Oh my gosh, that makes me happy because that's been driving me nuts. GE is a section of the library. It's got lots of old stuff from the town's history. I stopped by today and found something that looks similar to the paperwork I sent last time. You think Beth might have found it too. I know you never met Beth, but there's something in here to make you feel like you did. She was killed a few weeks ago after my birthday, and she picked out this card for me. Now I'm sending it to you to remind you who we're fighting for. Beth never gave up on me, so I won't give up on her. Beth loves to tell me, do what you can when you can. I used to think it was kind of precious, but now I really get it. While we can't bring her back, we can still find justice for her, and we're so close. Everything's up on the desktop now. Access as follows. When you know who killed Beth, use the contact page on the desktop to send me a message with the subject solved and the name of the person in your message.
Okay.
So we have no other steps but to figure out who done it.
Yep, that's it. That's the last thing we got to do. Is just
so simple yet so not.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So I definitely know that map is opposite like what we thought.
Is it what we thought or is it not?
I have a feeling. So do you still have the Anchor Management Survey?
Yes, I sure do. Do I have?
Right.
Yes. I have every little piece. I even printed out all the extra goodies.
So I'm pretty positive that our suspicions of that Anchor Management Land Survey is correct.
Get the colored version here. Here you go. Colored version. Well, because Woodard Strand was the brightest colored point on the original map, right?
Well, so the coloring is the same.
Mm-hmm.
But the numbers, he changed here. So one means extremely stable. One means extremely likely or verified.
And it's got
extremely unlikely that it's got karst.
Karst.
So I'm guessing karst would mean that it was unstable.
Because they were talking about karst in regards to the treatment plant.
Yes.
And so karst has to do with, I think it was limestone. Let me get back to it. God bless people here. All right. So karst is landscape underlain by limestone, which has been eroded, producing ridges, towers, fissures, and sinkholes. So basically,
it would be unstable.
You have land that can be easily eroded away, so everything sinks and falls in. So like on an island, you don't want that because things on it are going to crumble below into the water.
So that right there, land survey that we found last time, that we knew that there was something wrong with it. We thought it was just that the image was reversed, but it wasn't that the image is reversed. It's that down at the bottom explaining the numbers. So
he just flipped these words then.
Yeah, so right here, he flipped the words around. So he made it so that when number one meant that it's highly likely that there was karst.
Dangerous to build there. Okay.
They put that it was extremely stable.
That is super. I mean, that's not even a little shade. He would have known that would collapse. There's no way that would support that kind of weight.
Yeah.
So he intentionally set this up to have this happen to people.
Yeah, because he only marked it as that there were only some minor issues.
Yeah.
But this is the highest likelihood of that there is karst in this section.
I think the only other stuff on the island is like 3, 4s, and 5s, if that. So, like, nothing else is even remotely close to a 1 besides Woodard Strand.
Yeah. So, now then, so some of you may already hopefully be working on the cipher as well. Here's the geological survey. So this is the image of the cipher. That is uploaded into the Discord. Let us know if you think you can solve that cipher, if you've got it figured out.
Start trying to mess with
I think we're gonna. Do you want to work on a couple other things and look through other stuff real quick?
Yeah, I guess we can give everyone else a chance to
everybody. Yeah. So yeah.
You know me, if I start going down this hole, I ain't coming back out.
Right, yeah. So let's go ahead and go through the good fences, I think.
Okay.
We can start there. And see if there's anything in it that we see.
Oh, I recognize some of these names. Sweet.
So I think I think that Exquisite bringing up that Jordan is opening the door to 649, which is where the address of Anchor Management Company is. That I think possibly. Well, I mean, it's circumstantial at best, just because it's a photo of him just opening a door. So that's not proof. That's not proof that he owns that property necessarily.
Well, and there could be a ton of other buildings with the number 649 on it. I mean, that's not
true, but yeah, so it is a bit circumstantial. But I definitely think that it's absolutely suspicious that he's opening a door to a 649. Yeah, and I think he's being sloppy, right? Like, so I think that somewhat ties him, along with us being able to figure out that the Droidad name was Jordan. I think that all ties to Anchor Management, with then figuring out that with Anchor Management what's this?
What the heck is that? It looks like an injury to the building or something.
No, I think that's something to do with I don't know what that is.
No, you're fine. It looks like something happened to the building itself, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
No, it's definitely interesting.
It could be really almost anything.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. I was kind of looking for the medallion or something on him somewhere. Like maybe it's a secret club within the secret club of navigators or something, but I'm not seeing it.
So yeah, what she was talking about was right here on this image.
Oh my god.
Let me zoom in real quick.
I just
saw this piece right here. She just didn't know what that was. It was just curious. I don't know that it is anything, but
the building or something. But
yeah.
I just found something on this.
This right here.
Oh, you already knew. Did you just hear how excited I got? Man. I'm like, oh, that bottle looks awful familiar.
So, yeah.
Yep. Well, we called that from box 1 or 2 as soon as we had the alibi. We're like, oh, yeah, he gave her some Terradorm.
Exquisite, do you remember? Yeah, I was like, Exquisite, do you remember your original theory? You remember your original theory on who done it and how they did it? Mm-hmm. There's your Terradorm right there.
So it ended up not being used on Beth, most likely. It ended up getting used on Jodie, which actually makes Jodie look less guilty then. Because the thing is, like, Martin and Jodie are kind of relying on each other's alibi. But the only reason to knock her out so that she can't remember Jack squat would be so that she just would basically claim he was just in bed with her all night.
Yeah.
So there's no other reason to make her sleep
didn't she say that she went to bed and then Martin went to go...
She said that he took the time to tuck her in and give her meds.
Right.
Make her a drink and all that and make her basically fall right away to sleep and took off. But yeah, he was so in a hurry for being late and almost missing Joey. It just makes no sense because there's like two extremes. Yeah. It's like he was in a hurry and dashed away, but then stopped to be kind and caring and compassionate to make her a drink and let her take her meds and help her to bed.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It just seemed awful shifty. It did not smell right. So, well, darn, I was excited. That was so small yet so obvious. That was funny.
So there's your Terradorm. So next up, we got the good fences that we can go over as well. So it says, "We miss you, Beth Paris Hendricks. I still can't believe you're gone. I just wanted to say how much we love you, Patty and Benny." And then Stacia Valentine saying she will not be forgotten.
I still want to know which Valentine she's married to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never even gotten to know that yet. It's a grumpy boy.
Petition: ban fair B&B on Mallory Rock. Want to see our beautiful island overrun by tourists. Looking forward to getting priced out of your own neighborhood. No. Sign our petition to protect Mallory Rock business. Save our island from ravages of hipsters and urbanites.
This is their way to kind of be like Airbnb, right?
Yeah,
like
the Airbnb.
That was a very
equivalent of the Airbnb.
I caught that, but not fast enough. That was
then it just says, "Okay, boomer." Is the reply. I'd rather eat literal garbage than dine at Louis Lobster Pound again.
Jordan owns that for everybody.
Correct. Jordan owns the Lobster Pound.
Yep. New and improved, please.
Yep.
Thanks to the main fresh lobster salad I spent the last 3 days and I was plain porcelain. God, never, ever again. So that brings up an interesting point. In around box 3 or 4, we were talking a lot about the wastewater treatment plant and polluting the oceans that they also then were fishing and getting the wildlife that they were feeding people out of. Mm-hmm. So that makes it very suspicious that maybe that's why she was so sick. It's because the freshly caught seafood potentially had some pollution involved.
Very possible. Yep, and then another one replied with, I once found a used Band-Aid in my chowder there. You ain't seen nothing.
That's charming.
Yeah.
Ew.
40 plus cans. All right, so 40 plus cans of baked beans from my loser ex-boyfriend for free. Everybody wants some 40 plus cans of baked beans? There you go.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine living with that? No, yeah. Thank you.
Rob Goat saying, baby, you know I'm sorry because I said it 1,000 times. She meant nothing to me.
Ooh.
Please let me come back home, and if not, at least let me get my stuff. As a survivalist, those beans are really important to me.
Do you get it? Do you get it? Survivalist. He was one of the tippers. He was one of the tippers in the last episode.
Oh!
Yes!
From the nightclub. Yeah.
Nightclub.
Yeah. He was one of the big tippers on that whiteboard. That's what it was, yeah.
The survivalist. That's awesome. That makes me just happy to know they threw that in there. It's really funny.
All right.
Oh, here we go with grouchy complaining TJ Richards again.
Yep. Loud noises from 9 to 10 last night. That's our time frame.
He's our neighborhood grouch fest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Go ahead.
I am so sick and tired of neighbors being disrespectful. Last night I was woken from my sleep at 9 by a series of explosions. This racket lasted for an entire hour of ear-splitting misery. Please note that setting off fireworks in your backyard is dangerous and unlawful. When I find out who you are, I'll be reporting a noise violation. You've been warned. Tanya J, whose at is at thrown overboard, by the way. Feel free to file a report. When you do, they'll tell you that the noise you heard was fireworks testing at the Lighthouse Festival. This has been happening a week before the festival every year since 2017. Who's asleep at 9 anyway? Sometimes me. I'm not gonna lie.
And me. There's a big difference between being 25 and 35. I definitely went the hard way.
No, 36 now.
Oh, don't remind
me.
No. Really, thank you very much. You couldn't
let
me have 35.
All right. All right, then Eve Journey's guitar recital. So just reminding everyone that my guitar recital is this Saturday at 5 at Mallory Rock Unitarian. Hope to see everyone there. As they say in the biz, or so I'm told, break a leg. Okay. And then another one bringing it up.
I was waiting for someone to wonder about this.
Yeah. So why aren't there women allowed in the Navigators Club?
Mm-hmm.
It's the 21st century. I was just talking about this to a friend today, and we've decided to take action. So this is Samantha Gundy that's saying this. Long story short, I'm respectfully requesting an island-wide boycott of the Lighthouse Festival this year as a way to make our demands known. Who's with me? Rhonda Morales says, I'm the friend you were talking to, and I literally just told you not to do this. Everyone, please just ignore this post as usual. It will only encourage her if you engage.
Hilarious. And out of all the people to be wanting to do this, her dad called them basically scoundrels anyway and wanted nothing to do with them and literally quit the Navigators Club because of how shady they were. So for her to be like, girl power, let's do this. Really?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, absolutely.
Who wants to be part of this bad boys club?
Yep.
That's super funny though.
See.
She really is out there.
Do you want to go over the card next real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm going to step away just for a brief moment.
Okay. So this was from Beth to Gwen. So it says, hey, big sis. Hope your day is out of this world. Today we celebrate the wonder of you. And speaking of wonders, although it's easy to get bogged down in the little things, I hope your gift will help you stop, take a break, and feel at home. Listen to the playlist. Love, Beth. Okay.
You found some interesting things about the playlist, right?
Just that Beth had made it for Gwen. So in episode 1, it was on the desktop. You guys can't access, unfortunately, but there was a Spotify playlist with I think 12 or 13 songs on it that Beth had made, and it specifically was for Gwen. But apparently it's just really good theme music or mood music to like play this game with or like do this stuff with. The songs themselves don't mean anything specific. They just are good to listen to while trying to do this series.
I didn't know if there was like, titles of the songs, if they had like hidden meanings.
I do have some titles of the songs, but I don't honestly know if they have hidden meanings or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. I do have the titles, I just don't honestly know if they have a hidden meaning or not. I didn't quite catch one, but not even I can catch them.
Yeah. No, all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That didn't really give me as much as I was expecting it to, though. I mean, we already knew about that. We already knew they missed Beth.
Yeah. I think it was just some extra stuff, like you said. I mean, the survivalist thing kind of, tied in.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the one thing is it's actually making sure you understand that Jody slept through the fireworks, basically. Legitly because of the Pterodorm. Mm-hmm. The only thing I can think of that they're really trying to... So maybe it's trying to prove Jody's alibi 100%. Because she said she didn't even hear any fireworks that night, but if someone didn't quite connect the magazine article, maybe this is like clearly pointing out, all right, guys, down to Martin and Jordan.
Yeah.
So I guess there was a purpose after all. Did you get much out of this though? I'm not really following this very much.
I don't see a lot out of it.
So I get the playlist, but hope your gift will help you stop, take a breath, and feel at home. Was there something about this?
No, what was
this all
about? No. In the earlier boxes, didn't we have something that was a gift from Beth to Gwen? Wasn't there an item that was a gift? I one of those items I thought was a gift, wasn't it?
Brett, Beth's desk. Gordon skipped out on the bill.
It wasn't the crystal, was it?
No, that was left on Beth's desk by Sam. And
that's right.
It made Gwen so angry she sent it to us so she didn't have to think about it. Okay. And this was from Beth to Reverend because, reminding someone
that's right.
Your sister died is a super, super smart way to make an enemy.
The stone is what she always carried with her. The necklace was wrapped in a note. Okay.
Yeah,
so maybe,
the necklace was between Joey and Sam. We don't have clear understanding of why.
Hello.
So not that I know of, unless I'm missing something. Yeah.
Gets that life way well.
I mean, Beth gave us the expo marker.
Yeah, so
I don't, or not Beth, Gwen. Gwen
yeah.
Gave us the expo marker. I'm not sure. I almost have to pay for this part of it.
No.
Not so much.
Yeah, so maybe that wasn't it. All right.
All right, what next?
Well, so just that life away. We are on episode 6 of Hunt to Killer Mallory Rock. We've been working on a murder mystery case for 6 months. Once a month, I do a stream. I'm joined by my lovely wife, Red Panda, or aka Mrs. Strange, and we work with your help as the community in trying to solve a murder mystery. So in this case, this has to do with Beth Ferris Hendricks. Her body was found washed up on shore, and her sister was convinced that it was not an accidental death, and so her sister Gwen enlisted our help to try to prove first off that it was not an accidental death, which is what we did in the first few episodes. And then we started dwindling away on suspects of who it could have been, eliminating suspects that had airtight alibis, and now we're down to our last 3 suspects. So by the end of this episode, we will absolutely know who killed Beth Ferris Hendricks.
Yes.
All right. So there was a... I'm not getting much out of this. So,
do you want to read through? Do you want to read through some of these to see if you find a connection?
Oh yeah.
Spotify. I have the Spotify.
Oh,
that's what those are.
I don't see any.
I think it says friends a lot, but nothing like
that. Yeah. It just says the list really just says friends a lot. There's a few things of like, what do you want, or you never need nobody. Honey, you won't let me in.
I mean, I know she hated being on the island, so maybe Maybe Beth was trying to make her feel more at home on the island, because Gwen always hated the island, and Beth always loved the island, right?
Yeah. So I think some of this has to do with just that she's got a friend, that sort of thing. So
what if one of the little things is her and Sully breaking up?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because Sully called her Gwenny on that first episode, which I found very
possible.
suspicious.
Gamer Geek said that the whole deal with the necklace was to help us. We connected in a different way, but the necklace, knowing that the necklace was from, or was Joey's, right?
That somehow Joey and Sam had swapped it around.
So that's what, so that's what Gamer Geek was saying, was that it had Risk Taker engraved on it, which was the alias Alvin Risk.
So I could see that would have been his, and then when maybe
so it was the whole so Gamer Geek was saying that that they think that that's what it was about, and that it was to help connect
so
that. I think.
Connection. Yeah, that makes sense.
But because I think we figured it out.
They said something about him
through a
crying
letter. Yeah, there was a letter that was involved.
Yes, it was his.
Oh no, it was his therapy letter.
Yeah.
His therapy letter where he mentioned Alvin Risk.
It scares me when we have the same wavelength.
Didn't specifically mention Alvin Risk.
No, it said it said Alvin Risk. It only made things worse at home. Alvin Risk has always been my escape, but now I feel like that name's just a shadow over me.
So that's what that was. So that helped us prove that Joey was innocent.
Yes.
So let's get there's these photos that were in the desktop. So we've got the photo of Martin's study. So that's there. I'm not sure if there's anything with this photo other than maybe this coin. The coin's on this desk.
Okay. Curious, is it facing up or facing down? I'm just being really curious. I have no idea.
I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find out for you.
I'm going to be poor and see. Okay, it was the boar's head. Yikes.
Can't quite tell.
Chips. White Star Line. Isn't that from Titanic? First class wine bar. White Star Line. That's seriously a joke.
So it looks like we've got a caricature over here off to the left. Taxidermy. Got the life ring.
Seriously, what's up with that curtain?
Yeah. I'm not seeing right away. Laid back golfers.
Hold on. The beach sign. Look at the sign behind the globe.
Okay.
Wasn't there a Good Fence post about that where they were chit-chatting about something around box 3 or 4? Wasn't there a sign that got stolen about no swimming or something on the beach?
Oh, maybe.
So
is that a no swimming sign?
Yeah, because I think that was because all you see is an O-N, so that could be a no.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Of is that it would be like what
I was reading it the other direction. So yeah, so that could absolutely be from this side be no.
Because the suspicion was
no swimming sign right there.
Yeah, could someone have hit Beth over the head with that, and that have caused the size gash in her head? Here we go. This right here. Yep, that. Yeah, that looks like roughly the right type because it says no. Oh, that's good. That was hidden. I barely caught that. Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah, so it looks like Martin has the no swimming sign that was missing that we saw in the Good Fences post.
Yep.
So it's talking about
it was box 3, I think. Yeah.
So somebody was asked about the Frank mentioned or the sign Frank mentioned.
Oh, did I not give you the first
It says, not the whole thing, just the bottom part that used to say, no swimming. It was a loose 2x4, easy for some drunkie to break off for a souvenir.
And then there was some argument back and forth about, when it was reported.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty good. So the question, though, is, was that just a coincidence, or is that the weapon? Because honestly, if you killed someone with it, why the heck would you keep it?
Well, I mean, he
really
may have
shifty.
just been hiding it. I mean,
maybe, but
or
honestly,
you know, like the whole like hide something in plain sight. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, you don't see any blood on this end of the sign.
It's just in my head, like you're hiding it in plain sight around a bunch of people who know what it looks like. You're gonna hide it in plain sight. It'd be a lot easier on like.
Absolutely, exclusively.
Like
we will be listening to those audio files here in just a moment.
He's building up this defense. He can't let me go through everything too quickly.
So, but that's a good find because I didn't think about that. I didn't even remember about that no swimming sign going missing. So Martin, I'm pretty positive that right there is that no swimming sign then.
Yeah, it's suspicious.
It matches that other photo.
Yeah. I still feel like there's probably something I'm missing because they always layer these up so much.
Oh yeah, no, they really do. I'm sure there's other references in this photo.
I really enjoyed the White Star Line one. That is pretty funny. Anyone who's a Titanic fan, or like just yeah. And I feel like that's like that weapon right there is like a harpoon or like some kind of
that's a harpoon. Yeah, that's a harpoon.
That looks horrible.
I don't readily see.
What is that?
I'm not sure.
Is it like ink where you like dip in a
Maybe?
pen or something? Is that a cannon off to the left? What is that?
Well, this is a handle for this.
Oh, okay. And
it's like a dish of some kind, but then these open up.
Maybe that's what they keep, like the stamps in.
There.
Yeah, maybe they keep the stamps in that for the navigators. And there's an ink pad in there. I don't know. Just thinking outside the box.
Very, very possible.
I do enjoy the nautical theme, though. It does fit quite nicely.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh, Martin, you're not off the hook yet, bud. Not even a little bit.
This was
Ruby's report.
Awesome. Yeah, so the coin is on the desk. I couldn't see which side the coin was facing, though, on the desk.
So we have side one on it, has just the Mallory Rock emblem with Vici. I think it's Vici. Yeah, VICI on the bottom. And then, do you even see it, or do I need to hold it up higher?
No, you're good. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's going to... Yeah, it may not autofocus. Yeah.
And then the back side looks like it has like a Medusa head of some kind with a sword going through a tree, roughly?
Yep. All right. So this is the other image that was on the desktop as well.
Okay, so we've got...
So this is... so this is Ruby's take-home quiz that she had. So she scored 70%. What I find interesting is that she got everything correct. She scored 100%. The reason she only scored 70 overall is because it was late.
Okay.
Can
we please what after class?
Can we please discuss after class?
Oh, really? That's what that says?
So many of the modern day names of the constellations date back to the ancient Greek and Roman civilization.
This looks exactly like that.
And one legend, the hunter Orion, is said to have been placed among the stars after being killed by a scorpion. Constellation Cygnus is also known as the Northern Cross. According to Greek mythology, Orpheus received his lyre from Apollo. The constellation, I don't remember how to pronounce that one.
I have no idea.
For a mythological healer. The Serpens constellation is divided into two parts, the head and the tail. And the constellation Ursa Major is also known as the Big Dipper. There are 48 constellations known as the ancient constellations. List the 21 Northern Hemisphere constellations identified by Claudius Ptolemy.
I officially would not have passed this at all.
Yep. Definitely an astrology class of some kind. All right. Describe the significance of the kneeling position in the constellation Hercules. Okay. He performed. So his arduous task that he performed to atone for killing his wife and children in a fit of madness. Hercules' kneeling position in the constellation comes from his 10th labor, the battle against the giants Albion and Virgin. Okay.
Okay.
After as he fought, he knelt and prayed to Zeus for help. In turn, Zeus granted Hercules victory, and Hercules immortalized in this kneeling pose in his constellation. What you got?
Keep going.
Where's that?
It's in number 11 and mentions what I believe is the Medusa.
Okay. Good.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Lord, here we go. Andromeda was the daughter of King Cepheus and his wife, Queen Cassiopeia. Fond of exaggerating, Cassiopeia once boasted that Andromeda was the most. Is that more or most? More beautiful than the sea nymphs. Her words angered the sea god Poseidon, who sent a sea of monster to destroy Cepheus's kingdom. In order to save the realm, the king offered Andromeda as a sacrifice to the beast. However, Perseus, who is also known for slaying the Gorgon Medusa, saved Andromeda from the monster. In honor of their love, the goddess Athena placed Andromeda and Perseus in the sky together. Cassiopeia sits near them, forced to hang upside down for half the year to atone for her sins.
Ah, okay.
Okay, interesting.
All right, and then we've got a looks like a poem. So you want to read the poem? Might be easier.
I can't read it very well. You're gonna either have to read it, or I'll have to go to the easy to read stuff.
Yeah, sorry about
that's
that.
quite
My nose is still a little stuffed up from this cold I've had. So hold on one moment.
I actually think I might be able to read it off your screen. Actually, when Orion died, he ascended to the stars because that's where heroes go. Well, is it you want a hero?
Well, you were a hero too.
Okay.
But you did not ascend. They found your body on the beach. No gods or monsters beside you, just the trash tourists left behind. Here on this miserable island, and that was that. I wish what didn't kill me made me stronger, because if it did, I'd use my strength to rip Orion down and pull you up, my saintly mother, to your
true and rightful place.
Yep, to your true and rightful place. Let me see if I can rotate this.
And one day.
Oh, Luza Balooza, welcome in. Thanks so much for that raid.
And one day, when my time comes, we stand together in the sky, as the old men say to themselves, when the unthinkable happens, ad astra per aspera.
So we'll need to figure that out.
I think it means fortune favors the gold. Give me a second. There's too many of them. I can't keep them.
Right? I know, there's just too many of them. So while you're looking that up very quickly.
To the stars through difficulties.
To the stars through difficulties? Is that what it is? To the stars through difficulties. Yeah. So that's what that last little line is in the poem. Yeah, we figured that one out before. I agree. Exquisite. So welcome in, Raiders. My name is Strange Tangent. This is my amazing and lovely wife, Red Panda. And yeah, so as you saw, Exquisite let you know we are working to solve a mystery. This is the final episode. We are solving a Hunt a Killer series mystery called Mallory Rock. The entire series has been regards to working on finding the killer of Beth Ferris Hendricks. So that is what we are working on now. So anything else we can glean from that you think, or should we move on? That's just really sad. She's writing about her mom's death, obviously. But yeah. So I don't understand about ripping Orion out of the sky. Do you get that? Because that seems to be very specific. Let me rotate this back to where it needs to be. Wait, what did it say about Orion going into the sky? That's what I'm that's what I'm getting ready to pull up. Do you have it somewhere already? After being killed by a scorpion, the hunter Orion is said to have been placed among the stars after being killed by a scorpion. Okay. Orion died in the stars because it's where heroes go. Well, you were a hero too, but you did not ascend. Oh, so she's wanting to basically, I don't know, rip Orion down and put her mom up there instead. Maybe, okay. Because she was left literally on the beach like trash. Yeah. And yes, she was a hero, but she died in squalor and filth, basically, I guess, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that's probably what it is. Island, just like Gwen does. They really are two peas in a pod, those two. So, all right. Do we know who Orion is for the Navigators Club?
We never quite figured out who was who on that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I don't think we ever
I
did.
really crunched my brain on this one, and I couldn't get there. I tried dearly, but I just could not
Yeah.
get there. I don't even know if we actually figured out what all
Well,
the constellations were. 'Cause the more I
we've
tried to
got
figure that out, the worse it got.
we've got what is it? 3 audio files that were recorded of the 3 remaining suspects.
So I think we should go to those next and come back to the Orion stuff. Because I feel like the star stuff either be super easy or super disastrous.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So complicated. I'm fascinated, but it's definitely not my skill set.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Do you have a way to play the audio files, or are we gonna have to use my phone?
No, I'll play it on here.
Awesome.
Let's see. I just need to get that pulled up from the website real quick. Here's the interviews, and then let me make sure I've got some desktop audio going. Loozapalooza, yeah, absolutely. Let us know what you were playing, how your stream went. Hopefully everything went well. All right, desktop audio is on. I'm gonna mute so a little bit of background music going right now. I'm gonna go ahead and mute that for you all so you can hear this audio better. Pause it for us as well, I think. There we go. All right, so this first interview is with Jody. So this is Martin's wife and Joey's mom, and Beth's mother-in-law.
My granddaughter. It's like there's this.
I know. I'm not talking forever. Okay. I just would like to spend the day with her. Every now and then.
Look, just talk to Marty. I mean, he can explain it better than I can.
All right.
Can I get you some tea?
No, I'm fine.
Well, I'll make some for me if you don't mind. Just talk to Marty, okay?
Actually, he told me he wants me to stop by later. I don't know why.
He's at the office all day. I just do the paperwork, so I hardly ever go in. Are you sure you don't want any?
I'm fine. All right. I'll have some if you're making it.
No trouble. We've got Earl Grey and English breakfast, apple spice, chamomile.
Apple spice.
Lemongrass, oolong.
Apple spice is fine.
Oh, it's a little old. Lavender, ginger. Okay, suit yourself. Apple spice, coming up.
Thanks.
What do you call it? Your investigation going? Any news?
Not really.
No surprise there.
But I would like to ask you about that night, if that's okay.
I barely remember it, but sure.
You said you were home. Is that right? You went to bed around 9:30?
Oh, heck if I know. Have you been reading those report thingies?
It's public record.
No stone unturned, huh?
Okay, so
well,
she's asking about if she'd gone to
bed
at 9:30.
Then I guess that must be right. It sounds right. I don't know.
That's right.
Oh, this kettle is amazing. I got it at the
And you said you took some medicine beforehand, right?
If I said that, sure. It was probably I have this what do you call it? It helps you go to sleep.
Like a pill.
No, not a pill. Marty doesn't want me to take all that chemical stuff. A few months ago, he got me something to take instead. That's that Gundy girl sells it at her shop. You know, the one Joey used to
Sam.
her. Oh, I can't remember the name. They have ads for it in the Lantern all the time because I guess nobody wants to buy it. I know it's better for you, but boy, that stuff is foul.
What do you mean?
You ever had it? The taste is just awful. Oh my goodness, I can barely get a half a glass down. Oh yes, Anyway,
Okay.
I'm sure that's what I took. Yes, I know it is.
How's that?
They were testing the fireworks for the festival, that night. I get jumpy, just a little antsy sometimes. So I took that stuff and went to bed before they started. I slept like a baby. Oh, I told you that kettle was fast.
So you don't remember anything after you went to bed that night?
So,
This doesn't feel healthy, Gwen. You killing yourself, to account for every single second of although I'm happy.
I just wanted to make sure the report was right. While I'm
You
here.
know what? I have something for you.
Oh, that's fine. I was about to leave.
Just a minute now. This is for you.
Oh, thank you. I don't.
This is one of my favorites. And Beth liked it too. Sometimes after dinner, when she wasn't talking business with Marty, her and I would look at my collection, and she always commented on this one.
Oh, Jody, that's very sweet, but
In the fairy tales, mermaids always
oh, the
seem
mermaid.
dangerous, luring ships to crash on rocky shores and so on. But I
That's
happen
this.
to think maybe they were just trying to warn them, being nice, trying to get them to change course.
I'm not sure what to say. Thank you very much.
You don't have to be messing with your phone every second of the day. The whole world.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, so obviously it's going to be difficult to understand because she recorded the conversations in secret. So I'm guessing it's like a phone in a pocket trying to record the conversation. So it sounds like, yeah, so this was something that she was saying that Beth would always admire, something with the mermaid. But it sounds like from what I gathered from the audio, are you pulling up the transcript?
Oh yeah, do you want me to read it?
I mean, I can just take a look at it real quick if you've already read it.
I was trying to read it. I haven't gotten through halfway yet. Sorry. I mean, you can.
Actually, what is that under?
Yeah, it's under the visibility, like the accessibility. Yeah, and then you go down on Jody. There you go.
There we go. Okay, so we've got the transcript. Yeah, it's definitely a little difficult.
It was a lot of like.
Yeah.
Like it was just very like. I couldn't make out a lot of the words. Like it was just enough to make you catch occasionally, but not enough to answer much of questions.
Okay, so here is the transcript here. So Gwen is recording Jody on her phone, which is hidden in her pocket. So yeah, that's why it was difficult to understand. So she's my granddaughter. I'm doing. It's like there's this. So there's some stuff that's not getting picked up. That's why, because it's in her pocket. I'm not talking forever. Okay. I just would like to spend the day with her. Just every now and then. Look, just talk to Marty. I mean, he can explain it better than I can. All right, can I get you some tea? I'm fine. I'll make some for me if you don't mind. Cabinets open, containers and spoons rustle. Telling her again just to talk to Marty. He told me to. He wants me to stop by later. I don't know why. Jody was saying, well, he's at the office all day. I just do the paperwork, so I hardly ever go in. Are you sure you don't want any? I'm fine. All right, I'll have some if you're making it. No trouble. And then Ari's about the apple spice. Gwen saying thanks. Jody pours the water, turns on the electric kettle. Jody starts asking about the investigation. Gwen asks about that night, saying you went to bed around 9:30. Jody saying, "Heck if I know." And then Jody meaning in an insincere tone, saying, good for you, or no stone unturned, huh? Good for you. Well, if that's what I said, then I guess that must be right. It sounds right. I don't know. Then a bubbly change to attempt to change the subject. A bubbly attempt. Kettle's amazing. I got it at the And then Gwen trying to get back to it. You said you took some medicine beforehand. This is where they're talking. Something to take that's that Gundy girl sells it at her shop. So that's the Pteroderm that we saw on the picture on the counter.
Yep.
Yeah, she says, I know it's better for you, but boy, oh boy, that stuff is foul. Apparently, it tastes horrible. I can barely get half a glass down. So, yes, anyway, I'm sure that's what I took. Yes, I know it is. They were testing the fireworks for the festival. I get jumpy, just a little antsy sometimes. So, I took that stuff and went to bed before they started. I slept like a baby. The water starts to boil. Jody, oh, I told you that kettle was fast. Okay, so you don't remember anything. Jody, this doesn't feel healthy. Gwen, you're killing yourself, to account for every single second of although I'm happy. I just wanted to make sure the report was right while I'm here. And then she says, you know what? I have something for you. This is where it talks about the mermaid. So sometimes after dinner, when she wasn't talking, slightly mocking tone, wasn't talking business with Marty, her and I would look at my collection, and she always commented on this one. In the fairy tales, mermaids always seem dangerous, luring ships to crash on rocky shores and so on. But I like to think maybe they were just trying to warn them, being nice, trying to get them to change course. Gwen begins reaching for the phone. I'm not sure what to say. Thank you very much. Rustling as Gwen fumbles with her phone. Jody interrupting. You don't have to be messing with your phone every second of the day. The whole world, and then the recording abruptly cuts out. So I think that kind of confirms that Jody, was sleeping, that sort of thing, right? So,
Yep.
are you working on solving that cipher?
Did you get the part in there about there's some wording that sounds awful curious. Being nice, trying to get them to change course.
Okay.
I think that was one of the notes.
One of the notes from what?
One of the notes. I think it was one of the threatening notes that Junior Tweezers.
Yeah.
I feel like this said maybe? It sounds familiar, I just don't know where I read it. Is that what was about changing course? Somewhere in something Gwen got that was threatening, it literally said the words change course or else you're next, basically.
Exquisite's trying to brute force the cipher since we don't know how to shift it.
I thought I had it for a second, but I hit a snag just now.
Oh, yeah. You're heading towards danger, Gwen. This won't bring her back. Change course or else.
Sorry, I caught the change course just it sounded very navigational.
Hi, Pup. I know.
Are you going to help us decipher?
Are you going to help us, Pup? Is that what you're going to do? Are you going to help us solve the mystery? Yeah, Gamer Geek. Yep. So note in the bottle. Yep. So I think so that lines up. That could be that Jody left the message. And so this is Jody trying to tell her that, sometimes, maybe it wasn't that she was trying to be mean. It wasn't a threatening message. Maybe it was just her trying to be nice. There's two parts to the cipher. Okay. All right. So do we want to try listening to another interview then? It sounds like Exquisite's getting there with the shift or with the cipher.
Cool. I just wanted to try it too. You know me, I enjoy the challenge.
I know. So do you want to listen to another interview?
We can. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to clench my brain for a second on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we want to listen to Martin's?
Sure.
Okay. Let me get the transcript pulled up too for Martin's. Okay. So this is Gwen recording Martin on her phone, which is hidden in her pocket, and it's going to pick up mid-conversation again.
It's a tough situation here, but there's no excuse. The Ferrises and Hendrickses go way back. Why don't we just agree to disagree about Ruby, huh? Let's not spoil a 300-year-old relationship.
Well, actually, I talked to Jody. Well, and I told her that. Is she here? And is she home?
No, Bridge. Or maybe it's Canasta today.
Oh, well, I'd like to see Ruby more. I know you want her to live with you, so I am not saying really. I just want to spend some time with her. So, if
Oh, of course.
Of course.
You're her aunt. Of course you can see her more.
Well, just so you know, Jody wasn't.
Leave Jody to me. She'll come around. She always does.
I don't know.
Another crisis averted. Anything else I can do for you while you're here?
Are you?
How's the pool?
Oh, fine. Although,
I can stop by tonight if you need anything.
it's been working fine. It's just, I don't know. I've been meaning to ask you. I mean, tell me again. What was wrong with it?
No, that's hard to say. Those pipes are old. They were old when you bought the place, and they're old now. What'd the insurance company say?
Oh, we've been going back and forth a lot. Gosh, it's taking forever.
These things do. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Right. But, I mean, well, what did you see when you went into the pump room that night?
Well, it's hard to notice specifics when you're waist deep in water, right? But, patching up that leak, that was no picnic. I can tell you that. Anyway, I'm glad it stopped.
Oh, yeah, thanks. You really saved me.
Happy to help.
This is, wow. This is quite the setup you have got here.
I have to tell Jody you like it because she always makes fun. She calls it my cave.
It's nicer than a cave.
She says it looks like, what does she always say? It's like the Navigators Club convention in here.
You seem pretty proud.
13th generation of Hendrickses on the island? That's no small feat.
Don't you think it's kind of old-fashioned?
What?
All of it. I mean, just all of it. The Navigators Club.
That's surprising to hear from a Ferris.
But, well, how do you... I mean, okay, what do you even do at the meetings? I've never been.
They bore you to tears. But, hey, I'm glad you're interested. Our younger members don't, let's say, find it all that exciting. That's probably why they never show up at the meetings.
If the numbers are bad, why don't you just let more people in?
The siren call. I'll head her off. You go out the back. I'll take care of the Ruby business. Gwen, okay?
Okay.
Coming, dear.
All right. So, I'm curious about that audio recording because Martin was pretty dodgy about answering specifics in regards to the pool.
Honestly, everything he said was like so sickeningly sweet. It's kind of like one of those people that's trying to manipulate how you feel. Like, if I talk nicely to you, even though what I'm saying is not really giving you any clarification, you'll think I'm doing you a favor. Like the whole Ruby thing. Like, I'll fix it. Leave it to me. Like,
Yeah.
and calling his wife a siren. They've been married 40 years. Like,
right?
Obviously, he feels like he can manipulate everyone to his own agenda and suffer no consequence.
Yeah.
Like, you could just hear the boldness and bravo in his tone.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? It just it sounds so cocky.
So Exclusive wants to know, there's two parts to the cipher, and do you want her to mention what those two parts are?
If you want, I just really kind of wanted to solve it really quick myself, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Fine. Like, if you guys want to talk about it, I'm just gonna ignore it.
Okay. So Exclusive, you're still working on the cipher, right? You don't have it solved yet. You're still working on it correctly, or correct? Oh, you have it solved. Oh. All right.
Maybe a little bit longer. Sorry, I'm all cool with like, yeah. I really enjoy it, especially since the last one. I'm like,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So we've got one more audio file to listen to, so we can listen through that as well. And then if you want a hint, Exquisite can give you a hint as well.
Okay, not yet. I've only been at this for like 3 minutes.
She you know what? She wants to solve it, all right? She's got it. All right. Okay, so we got this is going to be Jordan's interview. Oh, just what cipher to use. That's what she was saying. I think Red Panda might have it somewhat figured out here.
I'm getting stuck somewhere. Something's not right, but it was a darn good try. I just don't know if I'm close or if I'm totally hunting in the wrong park.
Yeah. So, okay. Jordan's pocket interview. All right. Here we go. Here's the next interview.
Rush. Sorry.
Please, I really could use your help.
30 seconds. That's it.
It's about the hotel.
Sure.
Well, so we have been having some trouble, and I just...
Specifics?
Well, we can't seem to get any business in the off-season because, well...
No kidding.
So, yeah, it's awful. We're really just treading water. Really just, barely treading water. And
You know I charge $600 an hour for consulting, right? Hang on. Hello? Stop right there. Sweetheart, if you're calling to tell me that your babysitter canceled yet again, you'd better hang up the phone right now. Okay. Stop talking. Here's the deal. Either find someone to cover you, or you give that kid a juice box, lock the doors, and cross your fingers. Because you're coming in tonight. Okay? No, we're done now. So, something, your business?
What?
The hotel? I don't have a lot of time.
I don't need you to do much. Just a favor. Look, I know you're in the Navigators Club, and I thought that maybe we...
Maybe what?
Oh, well, if someone like you were to bring up the hotel at the next meeting, or we're a community, and...
Why?
Like I said, as a favor. I mean, I guess I could... Okay, you know what? I could even go with you. Ask everyone for help, and...
Why do you want to go to the club? Got it. This isn't really about the hotel, is it?
What?
Of course. I heard you were going around digging up stuff about the Nav. Sad you can't join.
That's not it.
So what?
I am just... Look...
What? You looking into me still?
No. I'm trying.
No,
You're
that's a label,
wasting
honey. You
your
gotta
time.
get better at that one.
Right?
I didn't like that sister of yours, but I certainly didn't do anything about it. She fell off a cliff. No offense.
Whoa.
I already told you I was busy that night.
I checked the Rock Lounge. Nobody remembers you being there.
Because they're all so trustworthy and reliable, right? Hey, Marty. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. No, I handled it. Or I will, anyway. All right. Listen, Gwen, I have no idea what to tell you. To be honest, I was... All right, look, I was 3 sheets to the wind that night. And so, unfortunately, I don't really know where I was. But then again, neither do you. So, where does that leave us, Detective? E.B., sorry. Yeah, one second. Hey, this has been fun, Gwen. Long story short,
Interesting.
nobody gets tourists in the off-season. You give your staff a pay cut if you don't want to fold. You're welcome. And I'll send you my bill.
Jordan. Men need to kick in the pants.
Wow.
Seriously. Because they keep acting like it's only one person. So I'm wondering if, like, it says include the name. Like, I guess it's not who's involved in the conspiracy, which I think all three of them are.
Right.
Like,
We just need to know who
literally
actually killed Beth.
Which is, honest to God, it's obviously Martin. He got freaking wet. He didn't meet his son. He had Jordan go tamper with a freaking pool. So that he could show up wet, get wet, have an excuse to go home and change and not go see his son. That would be a little obvious. Hi, hon, I'm soaking wet because I just killed your wife. Like, it doesn't really work well. So, I feel like he literally had something on Jordan that coerced Jordan into helping him.
Well, he has
break the pool issue. Ah, true. There you go.
He has the geological survey.
Does he have that or not? 'Cause I thought this was from the library.
Well, sorry, not that exact thing, but the
fake one.
This one,
the fake one. Okay.
Yeah, the fake one. So, I mean, Martin would obviously then know about this one.
Oh, there's a mermaid hint. Did you see that? There's a mermaid hint. There's three of them, actually. There's 3 mermaid hints. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I'm not going there yet because I'm gonna go read Jordan's thing. Oh, and there's even hints on who the killer is. Just so we don't fully ruin it, just to like push us down the right path. All right, I'm going to read Jordan's interview. Bear with me here.
So let me see.
I just answered one question by accident. You remember how last episode there was a spoiler because of the auditory transcript stuff? Remember about last episode there was a spoiler about the auditory transcripts? I figured out how we're supposed to figure it out. It has to do with the interview with Jordan.
Oh, okay. So the
the
ringtone that we heard during the Jordan's interview was Martin, the same ringtone for Martin that we also hear during the video in the last episode. Okay.
Yep.
So what there's something with the mermaid.
Read Gwen's thing again. Whenever we get stuck, go back to Gwen's thing while I'm trying to figure out Jordan's interview.
Gwen's letter? Okay.
Yeah. This is when you know you're married to the right person, when they literally know what you mean by the word thing.
Right.
It's an awesomely vague term. Read a thing.
Let's see. Oh, where is it?
Do you need me to grab it?
No. I've got it. I'm trying to remember where it was at in here of the letter where it mentioned something about this.
Actually, wait, it doesn't. You're right. It was the interview with Jody. Jody said something about Beth always loved Gwen, and then hands it to Gwen.
Usually, though, Gwen, when she...
I don't know if Gwen said anything about the mermaid, like, to be honest. Like, now that I told you to go read about the mermaid, I don't think she did.
Right. Usually when she sends something, though, she mentions about it. Like, of why she sent it.
Yeah, I don't think she did. Pigeons Ruby's thing. Good Fences posts. The GE being...
Gamer figured it out, too? What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, the ringtone in the recording of Jordan gives away that Jordan was at the pool in the recording from episode 5. Nice.
Oh, this is interesting. Beth never gave up on me, so I won't give up on her.
Yeah.
That sure sounds like she went through some dark times. Maybe, like, literally she was really depressed after Sully broke up with her. That sure sounds like she went to a dark place or something. And her sister was trying to bring her back to the light, if you will. Yeah, there's not a thing about the mermaid. It's only mentioned, I think, in Jody's thing. So if you want to reread Jody's thing while I'm reading Martin's, that'd be cool.
That's crazy that Gwen sent something and didn't mention it at all in her letter.
Maybe there's a reason behind that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because she didn't want to ruin it. She wanted us to listen to the tape and find it ourselves or something.
Maybe. So let me... Where's it at? Here's this. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. There we go. All right. Pocket, card, geological survey. Okay, so there was a mermaid. Okay, so yeah, so some of these reveals are what we figured out already, actually. Hey, let me see that bottle. The bottle the note came in.
Nice. Not bad. How did you figure that out, dude?
It was one of the reveals, mermaid reveals.
Okay. You could have totally had me convinced that you're just that smart on your own.
So, I never would have thought of that. No. Never would have thought of that.
Honestly, what
I mean, we pieced the letter together, but I never would have,
like... When they said the siren luring people to their deaths, like, I'm not gonna lie, part of me thought, like, she would have, like, a harpoon or something there, or, like, something to stab people with, like, that just got damaged or misplaced or something.
Yeah. So yeah, exquisite. So we could not figure out what it was talking about. It said there was some kind of mermaid thing connection. So I wanted to make sure what we found out was what was it. But this is also it right here. The message bottle fits in the arms and into the tail of the mermaid. Like, I never would have thought to even do that. So Jody definitely wrote that message. Right?
What, sorry, one more time?
Jody definitely wrote that message for in the box.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean
this
if
that 100%.
So like it's one of those things, like they always do extra clues to clue you in. So we may never have caught that.
Yeah.
But because she literally said change course in the actual interview and on this piece of paper, from that we could infer the same thing with the Alvin Risk and Risk Taker stuff. We never had to connect the necklace to Sam to be able to comprehend that Joey was that person, because
I never would have thought of that. Like I never would have put I never would have put that two and two together.
But you didn't catch this either.
I didn't. You did. Yeah, that was all you.
I might have been studying for a few days prior to this, just going back to all the evidence just to make sure I had it all in my head right up.
Right.
There's a lots happened in 5 months, 6 months.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Let's look at. Yeah, I meant to look at the hint, not the reveal, but that's okay. The hint would have basically done the exact same thing. The hint was pretty revealing. The hint instead of the reveal.
Was it the first one that was pretty revealing?
No. The mermaid hint number 1 was who gave this to Gwen. Did they say something about it? So we had already figured that part out.
Yeah.
That Jody gave that to Gwen.
Okay, so you need a specific language you've seen before, so that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and then the hint number 2 is it looks like the mermaid is supposed to be holding something, and that's So
George.
Oh yeah, no, you can. I agree, Gamer Geek, and I appreciate it. We've been getting that actually, like a few comments like that on the YouTube videos that people will have Mallory rock. They'll solve the case, but then they come back and watch our videos so that they can see.
There's always so much extra stuff in there. Yeah. Honestly, I do feel like once you solve the whole story, going back through and looking at all the hints and clues you in on stuff that you totally missed.
So much stuff.
Interconnects things, and then also the Facebook pages. If people aren't aware. Every single episode has its own Facebook page, and anything that's posted gets screened first so that it's not going to ruin it straight off the bat. You have to click on it to actually read more into it to then get ruined. So, a lot of people will send stuff that got left out of boxes or help each other through clues without giving it away too clearly. So it's a really fun community, especially if you're doing it with a very small group of people, to make it a little bit more interactive, like what we're doing with all of you guys. So it's pretty awesome. So Jordan admits he was 3 sheets to the wind, huh? Charming, that one. Charming.
Right?
Honestly, though, I feel like he's a snake in the grass. I don't think he killed her. I truly do think it was Martin.
Yeah, you're leaning towards Martin.
I've been hooked
I think
on
that's what
Martin
I'm
from
leaning.
the get-go.
I think that's where I'm honestly leaning towards as well.
I think it was what his son said. What I was telling you earlier tonight. Like, there's something about his own son doesn't ever feel good enough, and he literally says his dad has a way with words. It always has 3 or 4 different meanings behind everything he says, and you're constantly scrambling to figure out what he's actually saying or meaning. So what he says on the surface, like in those emails, so welcoming. Yes, Gwen, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Jody comes in like, oh, no, not going there. You're not coming over. We're not doing that. But Martin's looking like the good guy. I'm going to come over and help you fix your hotel pool. Like, he's got an agenda, and he is so good at manipulating people to get it.
Yeah. So, do you want me to read off the cipher?
Fine.
Okay. So,
this is the full cipher, right? Not
this is the full translation of it. So, Percept 8, Caesar's end is another's beginning. Your land, insurance, Jody signs everything. The greater good is often unpleasant. As M said, ad astra per aspera.
Hold on a second. You just read that again.
Precept 8.
No, before that. Something about the end, the good of the
end justifies. After that. Okay, yeah. The greater good is often unpleasant.
She says that when she's talking to Gwen in that first episode. She literally says that straight to Gwen in the email. Something about like for the greater good or something like that when Beth died. Like it's for the greater good.
Possibly.
Something sick and it's just very disgusting. You would not say that to someone who's literally the sister just died.
Yeah.
So Jody, here we go. Everything happens for a reason. What was the rest of what you were saying?
As M said, ad astra per aspera.
Martin said, and again, that's the stars one, isn't it? That's the stars one.
I think so. Yeah, the ad astra
to the stars
for
difficulties.
Yeah, to the stars through difficulties. Yep.
Okay.
So that explains this part.
Precept 8.
So
Precept 8 is different. Do you want to know what precept? Sorry, go ahead. I'm not interrupt you, darling.
Please go ahead.
I apologize. Caesar is the beginning of the end. Is precept number 8 translated? It's obviously Caesar Fini 8.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying Caesar's end is another's beginning.
Oh, yep, that's that. Yep. Yes, okay. So,
your land, insurance, Jody signs everything. So this right here.
All of it. So the insurance forms, the land.
This right here.
All of it. Okay.
That is signed as Martin Hendricks is actually Jody. Remember when we thought that was Joey signing, or that it was somebody that we didn't know, possibly somebody else signing?
Yeah.
That's Jody's. That's Jody signing as Martin then.
Interesting. I'm still gonna figure out who this other navigator is, and it's driving me bonkers.
So
why is Jody forging all these documents then? Is Martin not even in it at all? If Martin's not in this conspiracy at all, why the hell would he kill Beth?
Maybe to protect Jody? I don't know. But I mean, Martin received the insurance money, but but if Martin didn't sign this and didn't know about it, right?
Would Jordan have but if Jordan went to destroy the pool.
No, I don't know that. I don't know if Jordan went and destroyed the pool.
Well, he was there. He obviously sabotaged the pool.
No. What if he was fixing the pool?
Jordan?
What if Jordan fixed the pool?
Oh.
For Martin. What if Martin called in a favor? Can you go fix the pool?
See, I don't know. I still feel like it would make more sense for someone to go have Jordan sabotage the pool.
Exquisite's agreeing with you, though.
Martin has an excuse to go fix the pool and explain why he's wet. The problem is, Martin's got soaking wet, killing Beth. He's got to now figure out a way to make that believable.
Right.
So, what better way than to have a pool emergency to cancel on your son so your son's not suspicious?
Yeah.
Well, let me read the exact words.
Man, this is
Jordan
getting a little
said.
bit tougher right now.
I'm glad
Of
we
trying to
said it
figure
already.
out which one of these three it is.
Let me read exactly like what Jordan specifically said for his for when he answered the phone, because that was a little interesting. I can find it
He
here.
said something about, yeah, it's done.
He did, yes. It was very swift. It was like, because I thought I had it in blue, but it's not in blue.
But the thing is that Martin didn't know what was wrong with the pool.
Yeah, he did. He mentioned the pool filter.
No. But like in the video or in the audio recording, he was very like he wouldn't mention specifics about what was wrong.
Because he sabotaged it, probably. I guess, or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, that's why I was leaning towards. Yeah, so the three of them planned this, probably not expecting people to die. Yeah, the insurance company found tampering. Yep. So my thing is that.
Oh, come on! I got it. It's done. All right.
Yeah. So, but in the recording where Martin's talking to Gwen, he dodges around it. He doesn't, because she keeps trying to say, well, what was wrong with it?
Okay.
And he never really says anything specific about it.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
He just kept saying, oh, you know, these old pipes and yada, 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 right?
What was wrong with it? It's hard to say. Those pipes are old. They were old when he bought the place. I don't know. But he, at this point that he's talking here, already knew that it was the pool pump that was the problem. Because he's the one that literally himself asked Gwen in the emails in episode 1, how's the pump doing? How's your mom doing? Like, feeling out what she does and doesn't know and feeling out her temperature, basically.
Very possible.
So he obviously knew if he asked about the pump, he at least knew the pumps were failed that night.
Right. So that's why I was curious about this conversation, though, is because he didn't say in this conversation when she said what was.
Unless someone else was responding with his emails and it was not him saying it. Maybe someone else was using his email address to email Gwen.
Maybe
Jody was pretending to be Martin on the business front across the board. It's
so
weird if she's just a home housemaker, which would they make her out to be.
Yeah. So
I'm irritated because now this is really vague. Can you read that one more time? There's something else in there.
Precept 8, Caesar's End is another's beginning. Your land insurance. Jody signs everything. The greater good is often unpleasant. As M said, ad astra per aspera.
The greater good is often unpleasant. Okay, I'm just going to read through Martin.
Katie, welcome back.
So I have everything broken down by each person, so I can read through everything from Martin and Jody both.
Yeah, no, I agree, Gamer, as well on that.
I can actually read both Martin, Jody, and Jordan's like full sheets that I've made up that might maybe clarify it better. I don't know.
So so like my thing was like when I was listening to that audio file, right? Like it made me think that Martin didn't know, couldn't speak about what exactly was wrong with the pool because he didn't know what exactly was wrong with the pool. Because if it was the pump, right? Like, why when she asked the question?
Wait, why it's stuck?
Right?
Yeah. Why it's stuck? But Jordan, what he said? He said it's done, right?
Right. So So she was like. Tell me again what was wrong with it. And he said, well, it's hard to say. Well, what do you mean? Like, if you fixed it, you would know what was wrong with it.
Well, like, if basically, though, like, what I was thinking is if he sabotaged it, there's nothing that was really wrong with it. It was literally a sabotage. Like, you can't say, oh, it broke.
True.
If it was literally tampered with. So maybe that's why he's being a little dodgy, because he knows it was, like, legitly tampered with, and that insurance is kind of calling him out on that. And so he can't say it exactly is screwed up. But,
yeah, no, that's very possible as well.
What I was going to say really quickly was for Martin, I had a few quotes from him, and I swear. So let me read a few of these to you just in case anything rings a bell, because Martin had the most information. So he was quoted as saying, our community is unique. We are strong. Our island has made us strong. We've lost our way temporarily, but we will survive this together for Martin. We cannot rest till every person has been properly compensated for their losses. He's openly spoken out against the state's mismanagement of the bridge project and is currently suing the state with the town council. That is known.
He was also asking, Gamer mentioned about that he hadn't known about it, because he was asking specifically about the insurance company. What did the insurance company say?
Which part?
Martin, when he was talking to Gwen in the hidden recording, he was mentioning to Gwen about what did the insurance company say.
Yeah.
So he was trying to find out what the insurance had determined.
And he's fidgeting about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Martin seems to want to help in this first email from Gwen. Asks about pool leak situations, specifically pump leaking anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gwen can't figure out if the stories are normal or being orchestrated from that night. I can't. That saying that something about like something it justifies the means, but what's the translation again?
Are you talking about Caesar's end is another's beginning?
I think that has to do with the part.
The greater good is often unpleasant.
That's the greater good that's often unpleasant. That I know I've read that somewhere before and it's driving me bananas right now. So I feel like if I figured out who said that, we got our guilty party, basically.
Yeah.
Who do we think wrote that document, though? Like, who wrote on that document? Because whoever wrote on that document's literally diming out Jody, right? They're diming out what Jody did.
Yeah.
She's forging all these documents. So who would have written on that document and left it for Beth to find? In the GE section. Which I'm so glad they answered, because they didn't answer that, I would have gone insane.
Yeah, so yeah, it was him fishing to see it was him fishing to see if Beth figured out if it had been sabotaged. Right. No, I agree.
That's funny. She reappraises the situation for Martin, and every time they're better for it. It's almost like she like steps back and makes the decision for both of them, without involving him into the situation, which is just really funny. Okay, so this is the Jody Gwen discussion with Gwen from the first thing. Loves Beth very much, but as much as miss her, everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
Which that everything happens for a reason. I literally underlined that because I did not like how she put that. Like, it sounded like she was making it an excuse to me. I did not, but like.
Oh, so yeah, Gamer said that they suspect that Beth's daughter figured it out.
She keeps talking about ripping Orion out of the sky. I feel like maybe we actually need to go to that ledger and figure out whose freaking vote is whose. I feel like maybe we need to look at that ledger a little bit. Either that or go back through some of the hints and see where we're stuck.
Yeah.
Here's this, though. Let me just read this from Jody's thing really quick, just because I basically went through and compiled, like, everything for each character. And for Friday, the day of the death, like, I have, like, Jody's account, that in the afternoon, Beth came by the in-laws' home, worked into a tizzy to speak to Martin. She claims to briefly have exchanged words with Beth, and then noted unable to tell why she was so worked up. Then Jody left to wash up, claiming she was an absolute mess coming out of the garden. It's so easy for dirt to get stuck under your fingernails, you know, and it's not a proper look, not at all. Very nervous, uncomfortable rubbing her fingers for non-existent dirt.
Yeah,
she did not see Beth leave.
Do you have the that Lantern magazine still easily accessible?
Yes.
Look,
he teases me for my organization.
Look,
I can't do a murder board.
Look, you guys can't see this very well, but I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
This.
I'm now looking like an OCD crazy.
This is what everything's organized in. Okay.
Bye episode. With my summaries in the beginning, just to get really on up in there.
Okay, so one of the hints that we didn't really pick up on, but
was there a hint somewhere? I'm confused. What hint?
What the photo of Martin and Jody.
Yep.
So she had mentioned that she'd taken.
There's something else we've missed?
She mentioned that she had taken Terraderm.
Yeah.
And it knocked her out, right?
Yeah.
So that bottle of Terraderm
Is it the concentrated or no?
It's the concentrated.
Well, she said it tasted absolutely awful.
Yeah, so it's the concentrated version.
Yeah.
So 1 Terradorm concentrate equals 8 normal Terradorm.
Yeah.
Do not take Terradorm sleep aid concentrate without diluting it. Follow package instructions.
It's probably because it's so disgusting and bitter, you'd literally puke in a second because it's so gross.
Exquisite says that is because you're awesome.
What? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too, by the way, for literally brute forcing that cipher. So my theory is, again, I'm super stuck. The murder weapon, in my opinion, is that sign. I feel like it's a sign.
Okay.
The sign is in their home. So I feel like that puts Jordan off the map. Jordan's a snake in the grass, 100%.
I agree.
I don't think he's the killer.
I think Jordan is eliminated.
What does this Medusa coin have to do with anything? Like, it's literally like stabbing through the neck of a tree or a waterfall, or like.
No, I mean it's her neck.
Why is there a sword going through the middle of her neck, though?
It's cutting the head off of Medusa.
Oh.
I
conquered. This literally has a coin.
You know what? Gamer Geek Joey very well may have.
What?
No.
I think he absolutely did. If you read through his stuff, he just looked like such a puny, defeated, just devastated person. But listen to this really quick, because this goes back to that translated note we associated with Joey. Picked up files from Mom and left them in my desk drawer. Before you ask again, I didn't look at them. As always.
Yeah.
That was to his dad. I guarantee you that much.
What time? Relook at the good fences.
Name a person.
No. Relook at good fences.
Today?
That we got from this package.
Okay.
What time did he say that the fireworks started?
It's 9 to 10. That I already know. I don't even have to read it.
Right. So it's confirmed by this TJ Richards person that it's from 9 to 10. Right?
Well, it's confirmed by Tanya, technically, but yes.
Okay. What time did Jody say that she passed out around?
9:30-ish.
And she heard no fireworks? At all. How did she not hear any fireworks at all if they started at 9 o'clock?
Yeah. So one of my theories a while ago was that Martin maybe skewed the timeline up a bit. Because, so here's my issue with both Jody and Martin's alibis, is they literally don't even match up a bit. You think if they were guilty of something, they'd have corroborated a little bit and like got it more ironed out. Because literally, Jody's says the following. Around 9:30ish, Martin left in a hurry on what must have been around 9:30 because he was late to meet Joey. They normally went to drink every night on the boat. The boys will be boys, I suppose, and I quickly fell asleep. Did not hear any news of Beth until Saturday morning when the police told me. But before Martin left somehow, he helped her with medicine and tucked her into bed.
Right.
And she seemed relieved, saying, Martin will tell you I've always been a light sleeper, but believe me, I didn't hear a single firework.
Right, so she didn't hear a single firework.
But she's claiming he tucked her into bed and gave her Terradorm. But I'm wondering, I don't know, like, I don't think that's possible because you don't realize you're late and in a hurry. And then go, oh, let me go spend 12 minutes tucking my wife into bed, giving her meds, and taking care of her if you're late to meet your son. Like, that doesn't click. And with Martin, like, he doesn't mention Jody tucking her into bed, none of it. He literally starts with, Bethy has some frustrations about things that were progressing slowly with the proposal. Assured her we were doing all that we could, but, you know, Bethy, very headstrong, that one. Uneventful rest of the day, work hectic, 9:30. Forgot usual get together with Joey. They would often meet on the boat. Claimed rushed out as soon as he remembered. But wife says tucked her in and got meds ready for her.
Yeah.
At some point was on his way to meet Joey, and at 9:36 he got the call from Gwen, roughly.
Yeah. Saying
to check the pool pumps at the hotel that a valve was broken, causing the flood room and triggered silent alarm. And supposedly he waded in to fix the problem.
Okay. Do you have the vote record? Well,
didn't I
so it's saying,
yes.
So, in regards to the geological survey, so we're just at this point trying to make sure we didn't miss anything. So yeah, so if it was a heavier dosage, she wouldn't have remembered a thing. That is true. Yeah. And then it's more likely that Martin probably increased the dosage. So we definitely know that Jordan, we definitely think or are pretty positive that Jordan is now out of the picture of it because he was sabotaging the pool. So for the geological survey hints, it's saying of the remaining suspects, who was in the Navigators Club. So that would have been Jordan and Martin.
Mm-hmm.
The vote record from episode 4 may come in handy here.
That's what I thought. Yep.
Can you identify which constellations are assigned to Martin and Jordan?
So we know this is Joey. That's without question. So this one's 100% Joey. That's the only one I for sure figured out. This one was really weird because this is the one that goes to that other letter we never figured out who the author was. That was like, I gave you my vote. I gave you my vote, and basically, do you have the dirt on Anchor Land Management? We could really use some funds for the Rocksteady Support Network right now.
Yeah.
Like, I still personally think that's Clarence. I don't know why. That just strikes me more as Clarence than one of the other two. But, because Jordan's not going to want anyone to dig up Anchor Management dirt on himself. That would just be really dumb.
Right.
And yeah, my patience wears thin. Your reassurance was given several months ago as I gave you my word on the bridge issue as promised. Have you found anything concrete on Anchor Management yet? Anchor Management needs a financial boost right now. Please make this a priority.
Okay. So, Gamer Geek mentioned earlier that the coin, that represents Theseus chopping off Medusa's neck. And so one of the geological survey hints is who killed Medusa. Theseus.
Is Theseus in the stars somewhere? How do you spell Theseus?
Theseus.
I'm just gonna look Theseus constellation, see if it exists. Theseus, a constellation. The constellation of Corona Borealis is associated with the legend of Theseus. Oh, it's a giant U. It's not an option.
Yeah, the story is in Ruby's homework, right? Who signed that letter? We don't know who signed that letter. It's the bow and arrow one.
I'm pulling it out here. That's the original copy, so we don't know who did it.
So that's it there.
So whoever did sign this letter, though, did 100% vote yes on the bridge plan.
So
what's Ruby kept saying she wanted to tear someone down. Who was that?
Orion.
Let me see what Orion's star symbols look like. So what if Orion would be one of the family members and that's their star stamp?
Very possible. Orion has the bow and arrow, right?
Yeah. Well, look at that. Not quite 100%, but it's daggone. Wait. Try it like that. Nope. It's close, but no cigar. I'm confused. There's many other versions of the constellation, so let's look at some other options.
Did we write down all of them of what they were?
No. So, like, you wrote a few of what you thought were there, and this one, basically, I used one to kind of write what the places were, what the things were.
She has a question that mentions them all. Yeah.
What?
Ruby.
Oh, so maybe that tells us what options there are. So what ones are there? Tell me which ones she named so we can look up which one.
The homework's... Oh, no, homework I had up here. That's right.
The note just went flying, so you know. There's a star named Beetlejuice in Orion. Seriously. There's a star named Beetlejuice in Orion. Sorry, don't do a lot of star stuff, but that's really
Cygnus is the bow and arrow. Okay, so
wait, so Cygnus is the bow and arrow? Okay, so we do have that one. Oops. So wait a second.
Wait, so Orion's not mentioned. Wait, where's Orion mentioned in the homework? That's what
I
I'm
think
trying to find
Orion's
out.
mentioned up higher. It's just a one-liner up there. Yeah, second number.
The one legend, the Hunter, is said to have been placed among the stars after being killed by a scorpion. Orion, yeah. Cygnus is known as the Northern Cross. Okay.
Yep. So that makes that one. Okay, keep going. These might actually. Yeah, keep going. Orpheus received his lyre from Apollo. Hold on, is there what? How do you spell Orpheus?
Ophiuchus.
Maybe we figure out whose constellations whose. We can get this figured out. Yes, another one I just flat out don't recognize. It's all over the place and not in remotely one of the ones we have. Next.
Let's try to see.
I thought that was one of the first things she had was like 4 or 5 different people she names right in a row. That.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Sorry, I was just double checking.
Number 9.
Number 9 lists the 21 northern hemispheres, so it's 21.
Yeah,
that's
northern
21
hemisphere constellation. So like.
Right.
This is the northern hemisphere constellation, so I can tell you that right now.
Right, but you were saying that she names everybody, but yeah, there's
right.
21
so
of them here.
We're ruling out which ones are which. These are the ones we have to rule out or in.
Yeah.
So
Andromeda.
So far, we've got Cassiopeia, which looks like an M or a W. Corvus, possibly, which is the square-looking thing.
Yeah.
I was wondering if this backwards Y is Virgo, but I'm not. I can't prove that yet. I've been trying, and I just haven't been able to. This is definitely Cygnus. We do know that. No idea what this one is, but it's definitely Joey.
So do we know?
Anyone that's a constellation buff right now that could join us and help us out a lot?
Do we? So you had mentioned about Orion as a star stamp, but is that what was the Beth's
massive? It's
dad's...
like, I never could figure it out. It's just so big. It's this one. Wait a second. Oh my god, is that Orion?
So
seriously, is that Orion?
I'm pretty sure that's Orion.
That's really embarrassing. Yep.
So
yeah,
Orion
was.
Orion.
So that was
Ruby's grandfather.
No. This is Lee.
No. This was Gwen and Beth's dad.
Lee is the father.
Right, which would make it Ruby's
other
grandfather.
Other grandfather. The only grandfather we've known in the story is, is Martin, though. I didn't want you saying it was Martin because that was not the case. It was the other guy, the other grandpa, the dead one.
Correct. Yeah. So this is her grandfather on Beth's side.
So why would she want to rip her dead grandfather out of the sky? Fill me in on that one.
Right.
What?
No, what Gamer Geek was saying. So even the father's stamp was one of the constellations on the list, which goes with the info on the navigators.
Yes. Oh, you see him okay? Wait a second. Hold on a second. Wait, I just thought of something. I'm really stupid for not thinking of this sooner. These are named. I'm not freaking kidding you. These are named on here.
They match? Oh yeah, they do, don't they?
Not all of them. Wait. Ooh. This one does.
Well,
kind of. It's like a triangle.
Yeah, that one's Leo. That one's definitely Leo. So it doesn't match up exactly, just like this Orion one doesn't match up exactly.
Yeah, this one's Leo.
So Leo is number 6 here.
Okay, and so do you want me to write the yes, no, no's for the votes on this one or not?
No.
Okay. So Cassiopeia is that M, which we do have. Okay. I don't. None of these others match up though. Leo minor. But not. Wait, what did she say about the scorpion or something that was in half, like the snake was?
Oh no! Orion was put up there because after being killed by a scorpion.
No, there's something about a snake. There's 2 parts of a
snake.
snake.
Oh, snake. Yeah, sorry, I think it's scorpion. The Serpent's constellation is divided into two parts: Serpent's Caput, which is the head, and Serpent's Cauda, which is the tail.
Okay, so the Canes Venetus EC is neither. Okay. I'm so confused. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let's match.
Oh, wait.
Cassiopeia is this M.
Right here. Perseus. Not Theseus, but Perseus.
Say it again?
So, Perseus is who is also
Perseus
known for slaying the
killed
Gorgon Medusa. So, Perseus must be...
I'm looking it up now. Constellation. Oh, it's Pegasus. Oh, that's the square one. That's this guy.
Which one?
Wait, someone else called it Corvus. I'm so confused. Is Pegasus and Corvus the same thing, y'all? It's a giant square. So
Athena placed Andromeda and Perseus in the sky together.
Cassiopeia. So Cassiopeia sits near them. So that means one of these has to be Andromeda then. Is Corvus and Perseus the same thing?
Oh, wait, hold on. What was that thing called? Carvus. Okay.
Corvus.
So Andromeda was the daughter of King Cephas and his wife, Queen Cassiopeia. Yeah. Fond of exaggerating, Cassiopeia once boasted that Andromeda was even more beautiful than the sea nymphs. Her words angered the sea god Poseidon, who sent a sea monster to destroy Cepheus' kingdom. In order to save the realm, the king offered Andromeda as a sacrifice to the beast. However, Perseus, who is also known for slaying the Gorgon Medusa, saved Andromeda from the monster in honor of the love the goddess Athena placed, and in honor of their love. So Perseus is 10. Is number 10. This is Perseus.
Okay, I can't spell it. Forgive me. It was not Virgo. Myself. So did we figure out with the square if it's really Pegasus or something, or Corvus or something else?
What, if Perseus is Pegasus?
No, if Corvus
and
Pegasus are the same thing. Because they're a no. I was just curious because they're one of the two no's. So I was just curious who that square was. Gorgon Slayer rescued Andromeda.
Huh.
Greatest son. Symbol of is the head of Medusa, which he's on adventures. Greek mythology.
Well, so here's the thing. So this was a vote.
That was
yes?
Yep.
Okay.
This is a no, and that's a no.
So if Perseus is who... I never could figure out who each stamp was for. Yeah. So if
what do we call those? Northern what constellations? What was it called?
Yeah. So if Perseus is who slayed Medusa, and Martin had the coin of Medusa with the sword at her neck, he would associate with Perseus.
So possibly Martin. Okay, this is Joey.
Which that's also Hercules.
Oh.
That's what Exquisite figured out.
Sorry guys, my handwriting is atrocious. I do apologize.
Okay. So
honestly, I always thought Cassiopeia would for some reason be Woodard just because the freaking thing looks like a giant W. Is that silly or
yeah, we
I heard there's so many different constellation versions. Like some of these don't even remotely make sense. Seriously, this is ridiculous. They all don't match. This is not a joke. They legitly.
It's a lounger chair.
It does not match the others of the same freaking thing. So Ursa Mage is the Dipper, and the Dipper was what we were using here to figure out who voted which way.
So, all right.
So well, we figured out everybody really close to like.
So I guess the question is, okay, so of these last three suspects, who has motive?
Well, Jody has motive to shut her up before she ruins her entire life, basically.
Okay.
She's guilty of forgery at the very least, so she would go to jail.
Okay.
Beth was literally going to dig and keep digging because she already had enough dirt to take them all down.
Okay.
Martin, he also knew what Beth was up to. Beth was also getting very pushy in the town council and trying to get stuff done too quickly, and he was trying to delay her the best he could, but he could only sabotage her for so long.
Right.
Like he even said, Bethy's headstrong, that one.
Right. So out of those,
and then Jordan, well, because we don't know it's a navigator.
Yeah,
we didn't decide it was a navigator, so it's either Jordan or Martin.
Right. So, well, the Jordan's motive would be because of the geological survey, right?
No, it wouldn't be more so the financial ledger.
Well, but the financial ledger is because of the insurance, but the insurance paid out because...
It's not just that, though. Beth found something else in that ledger that he said was not true, but he couldn't fight her. So, no discrepancy. Everything I gave you is as it says. I didn't get successful by listening to small-town accountants. Worked hard for this. Found imaginary problem in my ledger? You can keep it. Don't need you poking around in my business, too? Thanks, but we're done here.
Huh.
And that was from the night Beth possibly died. It was a 6:45 p.m. email.
So yeah, so there may have been a discrepancy.
Yeah. So Beth had basically sent him a message.
Probably talking about with the insurance stuff then maybe and whatever else.
She basically said she found a ledger discrepancy between last year's adjusted basis on property and the reported tax info. So there's tax fraud, which he literally said taxes for suckers in the interview in the Lantern on episode.
Yeah.
I think he's guilty of tax fraud and a lot of financial manipulation. And honestly, that's a lot of jail time because his whole empire is self-built. Yeah. He's all up here. If he's built his whole throne for himself, is he going to let one girl who's knows he's get out get in the way of it?
Very possible. All right, so...
But
yeah, so all three of them...
But he doesn't have the murder weapon.
Yeah, so all three of them were in on the scam. That's what Exodus was saying. All three of them were in on the scam, and Beth was figuring it out. I agree with that. I think all three of them knew something, were working together. They didn't want Beth figuring this stuff out. Can we find, or can you pull her autopsy report?
Yep. Do you want all of it, or do you want the summary?
Whatever shows her potential cause of death.
Okay. Because the autopsy report's brutal. It took me like a day to go through it. It was just awful.
I don't know if you had the physical copy of it.
All right.
Okay.
That's the very version. I can take the other one out, but the other one's really loaded with information, and that's meat.
So
right there.
She had blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
Yep. From an item 1 or 2 by 2 centimeters, I believe is what it said. I got it in just a second. First episode. So
fractures resulted in cranial bruising, measures 1.27 centimeters high, 3.81 centimeters wide. Injury from hard squared object to the back of the head, hit approximately 60-degree angle.
And here's the photo of where he kind of drew the picture.
So I'm thinking Martin. I mean, so we've got...
my problem is I have Martin from the beginning, so I don't know if I'll ever be convinced otherwise.
Yeah. So we've got... we're pretty positive that Jordan was at the pool sabotaging it. We're pretty positive that Jody was knocked out due to Terraderm. We are also pretty positive that... we have the photo of... right here. We have the photo of the no swimming sign.
You can't see any blood on that by chance.
That is missing from the area of Vanishing Beach. Because we know that from the Good Fences posts that there's a sign that is missing from Vanishing Beach.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing I really liked how they mentioned subdural hematoma. So there was blood that pooled, but the bone was not pierced. So it wasn't something stabby.
Right. It wasn't a stab. It was a blunt force trauma.
There was enough of a curve to it that it didn't
right.
fully
From
cause
a
a
hard, squared object.
Yep. And I thought it was very interesting that the examiner literally said it did not pierce the brain. Like, that was like something he made a point to state, which I thought was interesting.
I agree. So my consensus is that it was Martin with the no swimming sign at Vanishing Beach. We're gonna go full clue here, right? I'm gonna give you the who, what, and where.
So let me ask you this then. What was the ultimate motive? Let's go with the ultimate motive really quick, because Martin's been my suspect from the beginning. I'm trying to figure out, because he's the least dirty of all of them. Because everything for him that's traceable, he can blame on his wife or he can blame on Jordan.
True.
So why would he get his hands dirty? I'm being you. Oh
no,
my gosh.
absolutely.
I've literally been married to you for so long, I've become you. Let's just nip
right?
one more second longer.
So, Chad, I mean, what do you think the motive is that's tied to Martin? Of why he would...
Was Bethy just in his way in all senses of the word, and she was uncontrollable? Like, he could only control her for so long, and he had to shut her down? I think he did it. I just don't have a clue of why.
Well, we said Jordan's motive was the possibility of the ledger
and the insurance fraud.
And so then Jody's motive was that she had been forging documents.
Yeah. I guess Martin, because of the insurance came out with Jordan, shows his hand is equally dirty. So he may be taking it upon himself to shut it down before she can prove his involvement. Because I don't think he cared about what she found out about Jordan, but now that he's finding stuff about, like, Martin, now it's a bigger deal.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's put Martin in and see what we got, because I'm darn closely convinced that that's the answer. That sign just says the final nail in the coffin.
All right, so...
Right place, right time, and right motive, and right means, right? Or something like that.
So let's find out. Let me pull this up.
Oh, shoot.
The pup's still outside. That's okay. She loves the cold weather.
Yeah, right.
Hi, Inuyasha. Thank you for stopping in. All right, so... Yeah, so you don't think Beth would have met up with Jody or Jordan at the beach to talk? Yeah.
I think Beth was at the beach just thinking through everything. She had a lot going on. Do you remember the fight she got in with Joey? Because again, she didn't take the penny into account.
Yeah, so she may have just gone there anyway, and Martin would have known that, right?
Yeah.
Martin would have known that she would have gone out there. So let's do... I think the consensus is Martin.
Because Gwen always said Beth went to that beach to think or clear her head.
Right.
Like, kind of find her way again. So if she got lost, that's where she would go to kind of regroup herself.
I agree. Jody may have been referring to herself as the mermaid. And I think that is the case. I think Jody is aware, right, of what was going on.
She had to be. If she was signing all the documents, she had to be in on the scam. And her way of feigning ignorance on the situation is to take her to sleeping meds so that she doesn't remember or have to provide a better alibi. She can basically say whatever she's told by Martin to say.
Yeah. So, I mean, is that what it, does everybody agree in chat? I mean, do we agree that we think it's Martin? So after we solve this, so as a reminder, we will have, or after stream, I'll do another little after party. Stay up for a little bit longer. We'll roll some marbles on stream. And then tomorrow I'll be back on as well at 6 p.m. Eastern. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. You can normally catch me over here on Twitch. All right. So I'm guessing at this point. Yeah, I mean, so I do agree that Jodie was. I mean, like I said, I do agree that Jodie was referring to herself as the mermaid because we know that Jodie left the note saying, you know,
which unfortunately,
and that's why I
right
think,
down there.
yeah, and I think that's why
Thank
she
you.
was saying that mermaids are also a good thing, right? And that maybe they were just trying to help.
Or warn or something.
Yeah, and warn them and
So-
steer them in a different direction.
That brings one more question up. Was Jodie the one calling from the anchor management line to tell Gwen to stay away or if she's next or else or something like that, however it was phrased? Because Gwen got 3 different threats that I had written down. One written one right there.
Yeah.
And then she also, so there was multiple threats to her. Phone number threatened her. That Sully found the phone number, and he said it was tied to anchor management. You're heading towards danger, Gwen. This won't bring her back. Change course or else.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, okay, that's what that part is. So there was 3 parts to it. You're calling anchor management.
What do you think,
here we go.
Chad?
Voice disguise. Possibly someone following her. Keep sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, and you will meet the same end as Beth.
Right.
Because that voice was disguised, so it could have been a man or a woman.
Correct.
I still swear to you, somewhere in something, that whole, like, for the greater good or for the betterment of others or something is in here that I just cannot seem to find. It's driving me nuts.
So.
I think it's Martin.
That
That would make sense because it tore Ruby up the most, right? Ruby's right in Pomac, she's devastated. Well, doesn't she usually care a lot about her grandfather? How devastating would that be if someone you loved and trusted so much killed your mom because she was trying to be a hero or be there for others? Like, we want to start to make sure so that we don't totally ruin this in case we're off on the wrong track.
Oh, maybe.
Greater good is often unpleasant as... Edgar Mallory said. I didn't understand that EM.
I thought it was M. Just, EM. As Edgar Mallory said, yeah. You think Ruby overheard something?
Ooh.
Okay.
What did Ruby say one more time?
Oh, wait, hold on. We didn't pick up on this.
What?
We think that message got written for Beth to find.
Yeah.
No. We were off.
No. This message got written to Gwen.
No. On the survey.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was. I was trying to figure. I said like who wrote that and why, and why would they leave it in an area that Beth was likely to find it? 'Cause she's the one that loved the library in that section so much.
So,
because like who would have written that on there? That makes no sense because that's saying that they're guilty basically.
Right.
And as EM said, as that's such a thing that Jodie would normally say.
Yeah, so as EM said ad astra per aspera. Right. So what if
another beginning, your land insurance.
Yeah, it's sloppy. So what if let's see where the hint is. So the 2 people that were involved with the bridge original like stuff was Jordan and Martin.
Yeah.
So that message could be if you view it as a message from one to the other.
What do you mean? What message? What are we talking about?
The ciphered message. If you view that ciphered message as being written from one to the other, it's instructions.
What's the Caesar shift end thing then? Oh, maybe.
your land insurance, Jody signs everything. It's somebody telling somebody else the plan.
Okay. Okay. So what's that about the Caesars and someone else's beginning? I don't.
Caesar's end is another's beginning. Your land insurance. So it's your land insurance. Like, so that's somebody saying
Jordan had the land.
So you're right. So Jordan had the land. So that's so that tells us then that Martin wrote the message to Jordan,
Exactly, yeah.
more than likely, saying, "Hey, it's your land. File it. We'll use your insurance," which is what happened, right?
Yeah.
We saw that in the ledger that Jordan received the insurance. But then, what did you notice as well? Exquisite, you also noticed.
The payment to Hendrix?
Right. Was exactly half of the insurance money, right?
Yeah.
So this right here, your land insurance. And then what does it say? Jody signs everything. Why would Jody sign everything? So that Martin can deny. That's not my signature.
And the greater good is often unpleasant, meaning they know people are going to die. But that basically the end is going to justify the means.
Correct.
And that the people dying is going to get somebody money. So basically, are they just wanting the money for themselves? Or are they trying to do something to save the island? Like, are they literally... Because, like, the end justifies the means.
Well,
like,
Martin never wanted the bridge in the first place.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, is if the bridge comes, do they lose the monopoly they've got on the island? Because if the bridge comes, people can come and go all day long. Before, it was 3 days by the trolley or the ferry, and that was it. There's a lot more control for the island if the bridge doesn't exist. But if the bridge exists, people can come and go as they please. They don't need to trust the ferry, and they can come and go more freely on the island. That's going to be a lot harder for the Navigators Club to keep manipulating and controlling everything if so many outsiders are now coming in.
Right.
This is exciting. I think we were there, though.
Well, I don't know if they expected people to die. I think that maybe they thought there might be injuries or that...
Oh, so you thought that they knew the bridge was going to collapse early in construction, but they didn't realize that people were going to get injured in the meantime?
They may not have realized people were going to die.
Gotcha.
They may have because, right, like you said, right?
Because they literally put their own son in a line of fire.
Correct. And that's why I think they didn't think people were going to die.
Yeah.
And that's what Exquisite was saying, yeah. Just that they... Yeah, so you're right, yeah. They thought they weren't expecting people to die, but just that they expected the land to slide. And yeah.
So basically something to blame something on the mainlanders to then sue and get money to help Mallory Rock and to prevent the bridge from being built in the first place. So basically by controlling how the bridge was built.
Yeah.
And then now Beth's pushing a new bridge all over again. So yeah, that's definitely, you got to shut that down quick.
Right. Joey got hurt trying to save people. Exactly. So I think
He just said his leg got crushed.
Yeah, but I think when in later episodes when they dug more into it, like in his thing talking about stuff, then he felt like survivor's guilt and stuff like that, I think, with the way I read his stuff.
Oh, really?
I think that's why he was struggling so much.
He was the on-site foreman.
Correct.
So I just felt like he initially felt responsible was over his people in the line of fire that got crushed.
Possibly,
with him.
yeah. So okay, so I think that's the motive. I think that's the motive for Martin is that he
wants deniability.
Well, he wants to deny. So he tried planning from the get-go to have deniability for things, but he doesn't want to get caught that he got half of that insurance money and that he was in it from the get-go to have the bridge not built.
Yeah, the therapy article doesn't talk at all about the bridge collapse. It's about his wife making decisions without him and not getting his opinion.
Okay, that was okay. I can't remember where I remember it
from. The other one is the stupid customer who was mean to him, basically, and hurt his feelings a lot.
All right, so Martin is
Martin Hendrix.
Okay.
Is there a J in there or something though?
Or
just Martin Hendrix.
I think Martin Hendrix will work. We're gonna throw Martin Hendrix in there because of what we were just determining. And then let's go from there. Okay, so here's that back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Gamer Geek said it was in one of the articles. I did remember there being something about him getting injured and
Yeah, he got
why.
hurt, but he didn't. It wasn't to save people. He just got crushed.
Oh, okay.
It happened so. Basically, all the article said was that it happened so quickly. The state workers couldn't warn anyone below or something, and so anyone who was below the Anchorage site got crushed when it collapsed.
Okay.
And that the state people were responsible.
Yeah,
but
news article about the collapse. Okay, so
I don't know.
So all right, so we submitted this in. We've got a message back from Gwen Ferris.
All right.
So let's see what she says. She says, I don't think that's it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Jack. I'm just kidding. All right.
I was like,
all right. So it says, you're right. When I got your email, I felt my stomach drop. All right. So let me get this pulled up. I got a screen snippet first, though.
you know what? I just realized something. There's only 2 nodes on the entire bridge. The 2 nodes are probably Jordan and Martin.
Excuse me telling you to hit me.
What was that for anyway? Oh, because you punked
yeah,
us.
because
yes,
of,
yes, legit hitting, yes.
You see what happened? Like, once she figured out why you were saying that, she was like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Yeah, because I almost went, nah.
Okay. Let me see if I can get this pulled up.
Seriously, I wonder if the 2 people that said no on the bridge construction were legitly Martin and Jordan. Because any further bridge construction stuff could have pulled up the dirt about the original project.
Right, but we're pretty sure that's Martin, and he voted yes. So maybe he was voting yes to try to get her to stop with the investigation.
Maybe.
All right, let me switch this over so you can actually see what this says. So it says, you're right. When I got your email, I felt my stomach drop. Ruby has been living with Martin this whole time. The thought of it makes me sick. That sweet, caring grandfather act was just that, an act. It all makes sense now. He killed Beth to shut her up so that he could keep his terrible secret from seeing the light of day. He's the one who masterminded the bridge accident, and when my sister started putting 2 and 2 together, he murdered her. He drugged Jody and called Jordan to go to the hotel and break the pump. Then he stalked Beth to the vanishing beach, hit her on the head, and dragged her body out to sea. He even kept the murder weapon in his study. He made it to the hotel just in time to lock in his alibi, saving the day at the Mariners Lodge. This was all planned, his wet clothes and all. Martin's been dominating Mallory Rock for years, using the navigators and everyone else on the island as his pawns.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't about to give up that kind of power. When push came to shove, he was even willing to kill for it. I just called Sully, and he thinks we have a strong case. He's heading over to find Martin as we speak. Ruby's safe with me. I wouldn't let Sully go over there until I got her away from the Hendricks house. I haven't told her anything yet because I don't know where to start. Even though it's painful, I'm grateful to finally know the truth. How can I ever thank you, Detective? I thought my world was over when Beth died, and you gave me the strength to keep going. Not just you, but all the other people on the island who helped with the investigation. People like Sully, Zoe, Leah, and what is that?
I think it's Amandine, but I don't know.
Amandine, yeah.
Like Amanda or something. But
even Sam and Clarence in their own way. Please know that I'll always be grateful. If you ever visit Mallory Rock, remember that the Mariners Lodge Hotel has a room waiting for you. It won't be a luxury suite, but it won't cost you a dime. All right. Um, this island isn't all sunshine and roses, but there's good here if you know where to look for it. And I finally realized I think I can make it better. Gwen.
Oh,
there you
she's
go.
gonna stick on the island?
Yeah.
I think I would want a fresh start after that.
Right?
I really would, yeah.
So exquisite. This actually was not the first bridge vote, like the first ever bridge
This
vote.
is the
This
Coral
is-
Reaver one.
This is the one for the revival of it.
presentation, yeah.
The bridge revival vote.
Basically, Beth championed the bridge to come back about again to try to help them heal and again to save the island because
Yeah.
the economic stuff without that bridge was not looking very good for the island. It was
Correct.
very behind the times and struggling. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
Clear it all off.
I was just trying to clear the room, put some stuff up here while we finish out. So, oh, the coaster, if you want to grab the coaster. You know, the Mr. Lighthouse. So, there you go. There's the Mr. Lighthouse. Did we get a pin in this box?
No.
In box 6? No.
We didn't get a pin in any of these, did we?
Actually, yeah, I don't think we got a pin in any of them.
No. We got pins in curtain call and I got one in initiation, I think. Well, I don't think we got any pins for this one that I can think of. But I'd have to go back and check. I don't recall it though. I don't know.
Yeah, and there wasn't on the inventory list a pin wasn't mentioned. You got a pin in box 6? What?
We'll reach out to Hunter Killer to check.
Yeah.
We definitely not.
So
wait, are we talking PIN or PEN?
No, PIN.
It is PIN.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we.
Yes. So there is a special envelope. However, we're not going to reveal that special envelope quite yet, just because that is the next series, right? But we're not gonna quite do the next series yet. So we actually, for Christmas, I got Mrs. Strange a premium box set. So we wanted to do that with you all, actually. We've enjoyed this so much that the premium set we actually want to do with you guys. So we're gonna do the Agatha Christie premium set as soon as it arrives. Well, once it arrives. So I know the pre-orders were a little bit backdated, a little bit still. So they, I know, what was it? It was supposed to originally go out in December. They've been waiting for it. So we're just waiting for it to ship. That is basically what it is. But let me get it. Let me see if I can pull it up for you all.
It was saying it's supposed to ship sometime this month. We just don't know.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to ship sometime this month.
Oh, you know what? I saw something kind of last minute, but this makes a lot of sense. The Gordon thing, the thing that says I conquered.
Oh yeah.
Like Martin literally had conquered the whole island. He had it all under his own fingertips.
Oh yeah, that is
He was
true.
manipulating every single piece.
That is very true.
I was not expecting it to be.
I just wanted to see if the pin that you got was the same. Yeah. Yeah. So we didn't get a pin in this one.
Let me see if anyone else did.
Yeah, it's called Agatha Christie: The Mystery of Hunter's Lodge. So
It looks super fun.
If you get it, can they send it to you at the same time? Maybe. I mean, right now they're doing, I think it's still under pre-order. Let me look on the website real quick. I think it's still under pre-orders. Its estimated shipping is January, or this month. So I don't know whether actually I take that back. I don't know. It depends on how many people ordered it already. So if a bunch of people pre-ordered it, so Supernova was also a pre-order. And they started out with those that pre-ordered prior to Christmas, and they started shipping those out. And then anybody that ordered it in the month of January is in the next batch. Correct. So standard edition, you can get that on Amazon, and you can actually get that. So you would be able to do it that way. Oh, you wanted to try the Nancy Drew one first. Nice.
So far, the only one I honestly wouldn't recommend is the Mystery Murder Motel one. That one I just didn't.
Yeah,
Death at a Dive Bar was fun, but simple, very simple, like easier to do with a family or something.
Yeah.
They're smaller suspect pool, but like
the one at the Murder at the Motel one.
A lot, just not satisfying.
It was supposed to be really that one's supposed to be really easy.
It was like a medium, but it had a lot of stuff we didn't like about it.
There was just a lot of jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
That was the only problem that I had with it.
There was a lot of like.
Let me get this back over here out of the way.
Too many leaps between clues, kind of a thing, where like ridiculously anyone who made that many assumptions should be fired from law enforcement. Personally, but that's just me.
Yeah,
so that's the only one so far I found that's been unsatisfying.
Yeah, so premium sets, it's one box and you get everything. So let me go.
But it can
here.
be like up to 10 hours of gameplay. So like most of them are between 5 and 7 hours. I think one clocks in at like 8 to 15 because it's so complicated. But most of them are quite a bit of time because there's so much. I mean, you get all that in one set. So there's so much loot to go through that like Death at a Dive Bar is easy, and I didn't even do that in one night. I split it up over 2 nights because there was like 14 or 20 pieces of evidence to read through.
Yeah,
it's a lot of detail to try to retain. I don't know. I'm just excited that this box is HP because I'm a Harry Potter fan, and no matter what, I'm just all in for this little box. I'm just very excited by this.
So, so I know they were waiting on one of the premium items. That's why the premium set got delayed quite a bit. But yeah, so. Huh?
Is that banner in the background looks like a crest or something?
Oh yeah, like a family crest type thing. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the next one that we're gonna do. We are going to do this premium collector's edition version of Mystery of Hunter's Lodge. And then after we get done with that one, then we will probably pick back up with the subscription service. So
we're gonna kind of look into it. We were trying to decide which subscription we wanted to do. If we wanted to do off the record, or if we wanted to do one of the others or something. We've got the Blair Witch ones. They've also got,
so there's a lot of other packages, one-offs that we can do as well.
One I've been eyeing is called Moon Summit. It just totally seems fun, outdoorsy, kind of backyard, backwoods, like small town kind of thing. It just seems kind of fun to that one.
Yeah, so, no, absolutely.
Yeah, we're eyeing. There's quite a few we're eyeing, which is the problem. They're not cheap, so we can't just go and buy $1,000 worth of these all at once.
Yeah, I mean, we want to do them all, right? Like, we want to do like all of these, mysteries. But yeah, we definitely can't afford almost all of them right now.
Yeah. So far, though, we're really enjoying it. They do a really good job.
You're almost done with the season 1 of Blair Witch. Nice.
I've heard that one's pretty good. You guys liking it?
So, yeah. All right.
Well, we got justice for Beth.
Yeah. I mean, so we were able to find Beth's killer.
The sweetest person of the whole group.
You have all been absolutely amazing in helping us through a lot of this. I mean,
so many connections we did not pick up on. It's been really fun.
And we've enjoyed it. We've been learning, a lot over the last 6 episodes of doing this. Hopefully you've seen that as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you notice stuff that you're like, hey, this might help out. Somebody had mentioned about like the comments, right? They brought up a good point. They wanted to be able to see you all in chat and what you all have to say. And so that's why, like today I made a point to make sure I moved that chat box over so that I can hopefully make it more readable. We're learning as we go with this. So hopefully as we progress, with more, boxes of murder mystery, and more hunted killer series, then the better some of these videos will be. Some of it will get going.
We just really enjoy doing it like in the moment with you guys, and not like peeking at stuff ahead of time or having time to prep. Just really doing it from scratch with you guys. It makes it more fun, and also more challenging because you're time crunch, like the time to figure out stuff.
Absolutely.
It makes it more fun because it does make it much more interactive, slightly longer at times, but that's just the way we enjoy doing it, because then it's as fair as possible and even a bigger challenge for us. So
no, absolutely. So, but we really appreciate it. Hang out. We'll do an after party after all this. I'm gonna transition it real quick, just so that we can for the YouTube. But I want to say thank you to everybody. If you are watching this part on YouTube, don't forget, down below, description down below has a link if you want to sign up for the subscription service. There's a 30% off your first subscription box down below. The Discord link is down below in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe. That helps us out tremendously. We recently just hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you all. That's all because your support and your help with that, and we greatly appreciate that. We really enjoy doing this, and we look forward to doing more, even more
adventures with you guys.
Absolutely. So I hope you all have fun. Stay safe. Above all else, stay strange, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.